Recording? Okay, I'm recording. Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to this game of Icewind Dale. This is the Rime. Wow, I can't speak today. This is the Rime of the Frostmaiden, and we are the Digital Dragons. Unfortunately, you will notice that all of our cameras are switched off again. We are still having issues with this. I don't know what it is. So probably for next week, we will work out a different way of bringing the cameras in rather than directly through Roll20. But we haven't had time to do it today. But yeah, clearly this is not working very well. So, who do we have with us today? We have got Irilyssa.
I'm Jarard, aka Evil by Moonlight in the chat, and I'm playing Twilight Cleric Irilyssa.
We've got Vulwin.
Hi, I'm Ethan, or Chaos Gemini in chat, and I'm playing the Firbolg Ranger, Vulwin Akarigar.
We've got Zagrax.
Hi, I'm Zach, or Warbird in chat, playing the Dragonborn Paladin Zagrax.
We've got Tahko.
Hello, I am Highwind, and I am playing Tahko Mood Killer.
And we've got Elora.
Hi, I'm Trips. I am Trips Usagi in the chat, and I am playing Elora.
And I am, of course, the Dungeon Master, who is currently known as Oral, which is not terrifying for these guys. Actually, I wonder if there's somebody...
Shrug.
There we go. So, who would like to do an overview of what occurred last session?
I'll do it.
Go on then.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
We had a very one-sided battle with the Gnolls, in which we met members of Kelvin's company, and they found they told us that they found a cave by Lactanashir that they didn't want to go in because the red dragonborn was big old chicken pants. And they also told us that the leader of the Black Swords in Caer-Dineval name was Avarice, which triggered us Elora's knowledge from Idoash. I got a present from one of the Goliaths because I talked to him. Then we spent the night out in the snow, and then we ran into Aventurus again. Rather, she made a beeline for us.
Yes.
And
Great
informed
dragon.
us. Yep, the green dragon, Aventurus.
Great dragon.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ancient
Everybody-
white dragon.
Yes.
And she told us that the Duergar aren't actually following Oral. Shock, awe, they're following Asmodeus. What? And then she said everybody else is fake except for Irilyssa. That was good.
Whoa.
Just that we were more complex. I think that's what she meant.
No, she said you're all fakes.
We just have more to us.
She said that none of you are who you say you are, except for Irilyssa.
Yeah, no, that's what I remember.
No, I think we all agree we are who we say we are.
Nope.
An elf that's not an elf. A silver who's not silver. A yeti who's not a yeti.
Yeah.
And a Goliath who's not a Goliath.
I didn't want to have to say it, but you're right.
And
Zagrax is
button.
gray, not silver. It's very
And a-
sad.
and a butter
Oh,
that isn't a
I'm
butter.
sorry.
Also, Elora is not an elf. She's a half elf.
Yep.
That makes
Saying
sense.
what the
Right?
dragon said.
Oh, I
Yeah.
know.
Dragon's never wrong.
I mean, the dragon also called us all gnats, and we aren't gnats. So, pay for that.
Gnats who are not
That's
gnats.
true.
She also has a dead guy riding her, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Maybe dead.
That's her
undead.
friend. That's
Not
rude.
dead.
That is rude. Don't say that. Don't do that. Don't pull a taco.
She's just not flexible enough to knock him off.
Ah, yes. Old age will do that to him.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
guys are currently, if I remember correctly, like midway through Icewind Dale. I'll just flip over to the map so we can all see what is going on and where you are.
Perpetually midway through.
Yes, out in
No.
the middle
Yeah,
of-
we made it back to the farmstead that was being partially burned down at the time that we followed those tracks to the Cackling Cavern.
Yay.
So
You hadn't made it quite back. This encounter with Aviatoris was just before that, but you're near
Well,
enough
shrug.
that you'd be able to find it relatively easy, I would imagine, if that is indeed where you wish to go. And it is currently about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, we got plenty of walking time.
So it really depends on what it is exactly that you wish to do now.
Well, let's make sure we can get back to that burned down hovel first. Because then we know we're not lost. So that's
I
probably
think that's
the first-
where we were heading. Yeah, to spend the night there.
Well, it's only 2, so we might not. We also saw another building that was not burned down hovel. We might want to head to that one.
yeah, that one that we were at before, right? Or sorry, the one that was in the opposite direction.
Yeah, the opposite
Yeah.
direction one, because we could see both of them.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check and a perception check for the scooting about and the navigation. We'll see what you find.
All right, let's see what today has in store. Okay.
Here we go.
16.
Ooh,
Nice.
too bad looking for the dragon.
Okay, so Irilyssa, you're still kind of dreaming about Aviatoris and generally fangirling out like crazy. So you're a bit distracted at the moment. You keep on scanning the sky rather than the land around to see if you can find another glimpse of the ancient white dragon. Vulwin, however, you're being a little bit more alert and a little bit more perceptive at the moment, and you find the tracks that you'd left 2 days ago.
Oh, wonderful.
They are mostly filled in. It hasn't been snowing too much. It's actually been relatively clear so far, but you are able to find them. And you could trace them back if you wished.
I would like to do that. I'll look down and be like, yep, these are our tracks. Probably. At the very least, they'll lead us back somewhere. So I'll follow them.
Okay, so you follow along the tracks, tracing a path back the way that you had come from that previous time. And you do indeed see on the crest of 2 different hills the one farm which the tracks lead towards, and then the other one some distance away, which seems to you to be untrodden.
Okay.
There's a trail leading to the one that you went to, and there isn't one to the other one. That's what I'm saying. Okay, good. Go.
Yeah. Yeah, here's the place where we stayed. There's the place that's burned down. We should check out that other place over there.
Okay.
You stayed at the burning one. The other one
Yeah,
they didn't
yeah,
go to.
Yes.
Yeah. That's he's pointing over to the one that they haven't been to.
Okay.
Yeah. The
Okay.
non-burning one.
So you make your way over to the other one, and as you approach, everything seems quiet. There is no sign of activity from the farm.
Okay. I mean, we didn't really expect chickens to come running out.
Yeah, we were expecting, an open greeting, just be like, "Hello." No, I think we're at least I intend to continue to approach and check out the place. If it's not completely destroyed, that's interesting enough.
It isn't. This place reminds you more clearly of the first farmstead that you visited. It was more or less intact. The place had clearly been ransacked, but it was still very much standing, and there wasn't a huge amount of structural damage done.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
And as you approach, you do notice that the front door of the main farmhouse, I'm going to say just for simplicity that this is another one that has a barn and a farm. The farmhouse door is wide open. There is a pile of snow that kind of drifts inside somewhat. And then the barn, the doors to the barn are shut, though.
Okay. I'll check out the barn.
Yeah, this one doesn't seem completely destroyed.
That's good.
Maybe they haven't hit here yet.
Okay, Tahko, give me an investigation check, please.
Investigation. 8.
8. Okay. You approach the doors and give it a bit of a shove. They seem to be locked.
Okay. Do they have like a giant padlock on the front of them?
As you look around to see if there is a giant padlock on it, it actually looks like they've been wedged underneath.
Okay. I'll start. Do the doors swing in or swing out?
Out.
They swing out. Okay. I'll start. Scraping the snow clear from the doorway. So basically, the door's jammed with snow, is what you're telling me, right?
No. It looks like there is an actual wooden wedge placed underneath the door, which is locking it in place right now.
Wedged on the inside or the outside?
The thick end is on the outside.
Oh, so it's locking something in.
Possibly.
Or it's holding it shut from being swung out. You know.
Okay.
Options.
I'll give it a rap, a quick knock.
Nothing.
I don't hear anything on the inside.
Nope.
Okay, with my hammer, I'll just knock that wedge out of the way.
Okay, it's easy enough to do. Just crack it aside and clearing a little bit of the snow which has gathered around, you yank on the doors, pulling them open, and you're immediately buffeted by an extremely acrid smell. Not acrid, it's it kind of makes you retch a little bit.
Oh, fun. Okay, does it smell of death?
Yes.
Oh, okay. That sounds fine. I'll go ahead and light my lantern and peek it in there.
Okay. The inside is a mess. There are bones littered all over the place. The actual ground and walls are just splattered with dried, caked-on blood. It's unpleasant. It's very unpleasant.
Okay. I assume the cold is kept like rotting to a minimum. There's certainly not going to be any flies. So yeah, I'll go ahead and wedge in there.
Okay.
Have a look around.
It, with that poor investigation check, it's limited how much you can see. But one thing that you do kind of surmise is there is a lot of blood around, but it seems that the number of bones which are visible is a lot more than you would kind of have expected, considering the amount of detritus from clearly something was butchered.
Okay, so something was haphazardly chopped up in here, or like a fight occurred.
Possibly. What I'm trying to say is it looks like there are more bones in there than you would have expected from the amount of blood and viscera that's around.
Okay, so yeah, this is a spot where they kept the bodies after a fight elsewhere, maybe. Okay. After I check it out, I'll go ahead and pop back out.
Okay. Who is going to the farmhouse?
Ooh, I will too.
Okay, Irilyssa and Vulwin, give me an investigation check.
Shoot. An 18.
Let's see what I got.
15.
A 15.
So, Vulwin, you are caught by something outside rather than inside. There are actually other tracks that scuff around the building itself. There are some which lead up to some of the windows and are a little bit heavier, like someone stood there for a little while looking in the windows. And it does look like there are about 4, maybe 5 different sets of tracks. 4 that you can clearly make out.
Okay.
And Irilyssa, you go inside the farmhouse, clearing the threshold pretty quickly. There is a little layer of snow which has drifted in through the open front door, and the inside of the structure is ransacked in much the same way as the first place you had visited, though perhaps a little less thoroughly. But what it lacks for damage, there is instead blood and detritus and clear signs of a struggle and a fight lining the walls and the floor. And the bits of carpet, or it's probably more like straw-strewn floor, is littered with blood.
Yeah. It's a mess in here.
Yeah, looks like this place was being staked out.
Well, it seems they got whatever they wanted.
And Vulwin, as you're looking around the different tracks and following them around, you get the distinct impression that there are drag marks where something has been pulled out of the main farmhouse and brought to the barn.
He'll make a motion. Yeah, looks like there was drag marks coming from the front. But he just follows it with his eyes. Oh, Tahko, do you find what got dragged out there? Looks like it's leading to the farm.
Just a lot of bones. Lots and lots of bones. Quick question. Were those bones cracked open and the marrow eaten out like we'd seen before?
Exactly the same, yes.
Okay. Yeah, no. The dog creatures have already been here and done thorough work enough.
Well, that's great.
Well, you want to keep walking back to town?
Well, heading towards town, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it's at this moment that you, Irilyssa, notice that Elora, where she's been standing quietly outside of the structure, there's a large circle impressed into the ground, with just Elora's footprints walking through it.
Hey, Elora, stop moving.
Okay. What? Why?
Look around you.
What's that?
I don't know. Do I recognize this?
No.
I don't... Am I stuck forever? Should I not leave the circle?
Get out of the circle.
Try not to disturb it as much.
Okay.
Is the circle like an impression in the snow?
It seems to be,
it...
yes. And it looks like several of the tracks lead to the circle and then disappear.
Hmm.
Well, that doesn't really make sense.
I'm gonna take my my shovel and my shield and start clearing off some of the snow around the circle to try and see if it's like a hatch or
Okay.
if there's
You
around
Yeah.
underneath.
you start clearing away some of the snow, starting a little tentatively outside of it, just in case, then working your way into the actual circle, disturbing the perimeter. And as you do, a slight gust of wind passes over you. That's it.
There's nothing under there.
Doesn't seem to be. Some very, very dry, very dead-looking grass.
I guess I'll leave. Well, if he came into the circle, I guess she won't have an issue leaving it then.
You step outside of the circle,
Yeah.
and you have now stepped outside of the circle.
Okay. um.
Now step back in the circle and shake all about.
Wow.
Having
Do you
finally caught on to everything that's going on, I'm going to cast Detect Magic. See if I
Okay.
see anything.
Give me an Arcana check.
Hooray!
Beat me to it.
There is definitely a lingering magical essence from around the circle, but you struggle to make out what it is.
Definitely seems to be magic in origin, but I'm not sure what.
Hmm.
It looks like the footprints lead to here. Are there any that lead out from here?
Yes.
Okay, so I just visited it again.
It's kind of difficult to make the tracks out because a lot of them are kind of overlaid over each other. So there's tracks going in, there's tracks going out. One thing that you do surmise is they all seem to be coming in and out from the same point.
Hmm. Maybe
Yeah.
this is just a marking to set up something.
Yes. It's like they created a doorway in midair.
Huh.
Maybe it's good luck charm or something. You know, walk around 3 times and then head in the direction you think's the right way.
Possibly, except none of the tracks like trace the perimeter. They just go into it, disappear, and then there's other tracks that suddenly appear and go out of it.
Yeah, I don't know. None of this really makes sense. None of these tracks make sense.
I'm gonna purposely go into the circle where the tracks are coming in and out of.
Okay. You pass over the threshold of where the tracks are coming in and out of, and you are now standing in the middle of a circle of pressed snow.
Where?
Bravo.
How wide is the diameter of the circle?
It is from the center about 10 feet radius.
Okay.
This is huge. This is pretty big then.
It's
This
really
could
large
have
circle.
been. This could have been a magical circle. It may have been done to try and keep those dog creatures out of the circle, to provide safety for a short while.
Judging by what we saw in the house, I don't think that. I don't know.
Well,
Maybe. If it was just for protection, or I don't know, is it like teleportation magic or something?
No. They would have had to spend either holy water or powdered silver or iron to cast it. It's a
I
rather.
mean, we don't know what they have.
But it would have protected them for an hour.
Oh.
I can cast the spell myself.
the only thing we have to go out anywhere nearby is the other farm, and the couple tracks are leading towards the mountains. And I'm not convinced that that's not, I don't know, or Durgar or something.
There's still a mystery here. Let's head towards the mountains. Those footprints didn't appear to be tiny, so I doubt they're Duragar.
Well, if I remember correctly, just reminding me here, those tracks, they were slightly larger tracks, weren't they?
No, the second set of tracks going towards the mountain were small.
They were just small.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like halfling small or people small?
Smaller than person.
Yeah. So precisely, they could be exactly what you're talking about there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll get up and brush my hands. That's certainly a mystery, but if there are people holed up for safety,
Yeah, well,
It'd be
if
nice
they
to
were
tell
trying-
them that the dog monsters are dead, but I guess they'll figure it out on their own eventually.
well, yeah, maybe, but I feel like it would be better for them to try to head back to East Haven rather than flee into the mountains. That's almost a certain death there.
Unless they had I don't know, someone knew of a place that was safe in there, like a cabin, hunting cabin. But we don't know, and I don't really care. So
I should note that there were none of those small footprints here.
Yeah. Yeah.
are there any humanoid footprints here at all, or are these just the dog monsters?
Oh no, the footprints that you've been seeing all along are humanoid.
All along,
Yeah, in this place.
there's no dog monster / null footprints here at all.
Vulwin, give me a survival check.
20.
The footprints that you're seeing are a lot more recent. They're probably within the last 24 to possibly 48 hours. There doesn't seem to be any other trace of footprints, but the impression you get from the status of the death in this place is it's a lot older. So if there were any footprints from when that happened, it would be difficult to discern. And Tahko, with your knowledge of this subject, the bones and things in here are from a lot longer ago than the bones and things you found in the second farm. They're older.
Okay, so a murder happened a long time ago. The null prints are probably long gone, and now
Yeah.
there's new prints here. All right.
Yeah, I mean, there's no prints that I can make out of the dogs. And you know how hard it was to already find the first tracks, and that seemed to be more recent. They might have already hit this place further out first.
All right. Well, there's tracks here all around the place. Can we figure
Yeah.
out where they come from and then track them? Because they're not here.
Yeah, they come from people.
Yeah, I get they come from people. Where do they go? There's no
So,
people here.
scouting around, you do find a set of tracks that are leading into the farmhouse, and then a set, or into the farm area, and then a set of tracks leading out from the farm area. The ones leading in from the farm area are coming from the northwest by west, and the ones leading out are going southeast by east.
Southeast is pretty much right where it came from.
I mean, you came from slightly further south, but yes.
In those tracks, actually, you said they came from the north, right?
Northwest by west, yeah.
Okay. In these tracks, are there like variation in track sizes, or is this like again a homogeneous set of tracks? I'm kind of curious.
There are, so you can tell quite clearly that there are 4 sets of tracks. You think that there might be a 5th, but you can't quite make those out. But 2 of the tracks seem to be a lot deeper than the others.
Yeah. All right, Tahko, I'm gonna make a long shot on this. You know our friends we just met? This might have been them.
Ah,
Yeah.
There's some deep imprints there, and the ones like you probably left those, and there's some tracks I can half make out. And I got a good mind about who that is. Maybe.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and that would be somewhat in the direction they mentioned the cave would be in.
Yep.
Over that way. So
next time we see him, we gotta ask what this big circle is.
Irilyssa,
Maybe.
give me an intelligence check, Irilyssa.
Yee. Intelligence. Go.
Ooh.
Wow, 17,
You're not
really good.
entirely sure about the full properties of it, but when you shared a camp with Kelvin's company, they did all enter a circular structure through a singular point.
Oh. It's the magic dome that the red dragonborn can make.
Mm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Mystery solved.
Why wouldn't
They
they just
spent
stay
so
inside
much-
the house?
They
All
just
Would you
Don't
want to
ask
stay inside of that house?
I wouldn't. Disgusting
No.
in there.
Is it really like, nice in that tent? If so, I would want to stay in the tent.
Yeah, okay, there's a lot of dried blood in there.
Yeah. So now that we all realize this is just snow, can we move on?
Yeah, let's get out of here. This place reeks of death.
We spent like 30 minutes discussing it.
And I must say,
Yeah.
it's probably the most entertaining 30 minutes we've had in a while. I'm
Like,
so
what's
glad.
going on here? And it's nothing.
I'm
Definitely
actually kind of
most
glad that the
low-key.
camera's not on because it would have just completely given the game away. I've been just sitting here giggling.
Oh, really?
Well, we solved the mystery, is the way I like to think of it.
We did
so.
solve the mystery.
So yes, you can absolutely leave. You can follow the tracks, which are going northwest by west if you wish. Or you can try
yeah,
to
yeah.
find your way back to the other burnt farmhouse if you wanted to try and track the smaller tracks. It's up to you.
No, let's follow their tracks where they came from.
Yeah, it actually doesn't. That actually doesn't sound like a bad idea. Might be able to get the general location of the cave and then, head out over to East Haven, which isn't hard to spot, probably from the coast.
And if these tracks wander all over the place, then we can make fun of them later.
Well, we could still keep ourselves oriented. We don't have to
Don't we
follow
have
the
enough
tracks
to make fun of them already?
Well, every little bit helps.
Okay, so you head out from that camp, going north by northwest, following along the tracks, keeping them on one side and you on the other. And in time, you do come across their tracks, kind of deviate slightly, and you notice again that there is another set of structures on a small hill. And just for the sake of expediency, it's another abandoned farm estate. This time, it seems to have been a lot longer ago. There is no sign of a struggle here. It looks like it's just been abandoned by whoever was occupying the place. And you do notice one or two other structures and farm estates kind of in similar state of affairs as you're making your way back north by northwest, following the trail. And those tracks do all stop off in kind of the same places, so we'll say you're about there by now.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna kind of continue to head northwesterly until we're reaching, near lakeside, so that we can then make a beeline over to East Haven. I know East Haven's kind of like a raised area over there, isn't it?
No, East Haven's built down the slope going to Lackdinshire.
down
The only
the
one that's
slope.
raised is Bryn Shander.
Ah, okay. So we should still one of those things. It's sloped downwards. So where we're coming from, we're actually technically higher up. Yeah, nay. I guess it's hard to tell.
Yeah, I mean, there are still some low hills around where you are, which would make it harder to see. But you do get the distinct impression that you are going in the right way, and eventually you will rise. You will hit a rise where you can then just look across the lake and you'll see East Haven.
Wonderful. Yeah, I think we're just heading kind of towards lake to get a general idea of where we might need to go.
Okay.
See if we can spot it. But
So as you're walking, the day draws to an end, and the dim light starts slowly but surely turning to darkness, as it does every night. And then overhead you see the slight flicker of the Aurora Borealis starting to take effect. But it begins to get obscured as cloud cover seems to be thickening.
Uh-oh.
yeah, well, looks like it might snow tonight.
All right,
Should we camp out here or keep going?
keep going. I'd rather be inside either a cave or a building.
Yeah, I don't think we should stay out in the snow. To be honest.
Okay.
Town's probably still a whiles away.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're not heading to town. We're heading to the caves, aren't we? That's where these tracks lead.
Well, it's true, but we did talk about stopping to town first. Make sure we're supplied up, and then heading back out, right?
Yeah, but we don't have to go through the whole cave system now. We can just stop there and spend the night. Unless they are supernaturally cold.
Well, considering I was told it was supernaturally cold. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
that.
Well, we don't have to head back to East Haven. Wasn't there a farmstead over where we were?
Yeah, somewhere around here.
I mean, I will say, if you want to make a perception check, you can probably see if there is another structure around here that you could stay in. There are a couple of little farmsteads and things you've passed. I just want to say, okay, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
11.
Yeah,
Okay, so you do continue traveling for probably another hour or so, now keeping your eyes peeled for another place to stay. And you don't immediately see a structure. It does begin to snow a little bit more thickly as you continue walking, to the point where it gets a little difficult to really see out in a distance. The snowflakes are dropping thick and heavy at this point. But, Irilyssa, you do notice a light in the distance.
I think I see a light.
Good.
That's promising.
I'm going
yeah,
to
hopefully.
share my vision with Tahko, Zagrax, and Vulwin.
Okay.
Yeah, hopefully it's not just some other travelers in this godforsaken tundra.
Well, if it is, we can at least share a fire.
This is true.
Okay, so you make your way towards where the light flickers, and as you draw near, you do see the darkened silhouette of another low-slung building of some kind ahead of you. And as you approach, you find what looks to have been like a hunting shack or something like that. This isn't a full stone structure like many of the farms estates that you've gone by. This one is a lot simpler. It's a lot wetter. It's a lot less well kept, and there are old vines that crawl around part of the superstructure. And there is no sign of the light. It's completely dark as you approach.
I could have
This is
sworn
same-
I saw a light.
It's probably
It's
just
the
that
same thing
ghost
that
again.
happened to us. Yeah.
Thank you, ghost. Thank you, spirit. All right,
Yeah.
I'll settle
Let's
in.
head toward this place. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you head towards it. The door is similar to the farmhouse that you just left, where the door was kind of wedged. This one is similarly wedged shut. You don't see any of the tracks around. Not that you would be able to... Well, actually, you've got Irilyssa's eyesight now. So the Kelvin's Cairns company tracks seem to lead a different direction from where this is. That you have left them behind. And as you approach the doorway, you see that it is somewhat barred. You're able to clear the barricade and open the door, and inside it seems mostly dry. You can hear a drip, drip, drip as water seems to be leaking through part of the roof somewhere. But otherwise,
Is it warm in here?
no. And in fact, there wouldn't be drip, drip, drip because it's frickin' Icewind. Never mind.
Well,
Mhm.
what I will tell you is it's out of the snow and it's out of the wind.
Yeah.
Better than nothing. Something
It
to
does
put
seem-
between ourselves.
It does seem sheltered, yes.
Good.
Yay.
It is a very simple one-room thing. It's got a a little fire pit built on one side with like ground just kind of borrowed. How would this work? It has some kind of smoke exhaust.
Is it full of cracked bones?
So
It's
it's a
not.
vehicle?
Well, then it's perfect.
Exactly.
However, there is a little straw cot in one corner of the room, and it does have a blanket drawn over it, and the blanket does seem to be lumpy.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Better,
Lumpy like a person, or lumpy as in just lumpy?
Hard to make out. It doesn't look like a person, but it does seem to be person length.
All right.
Irylyssa's gonna go over and kind of brace yourself and then pull the blanket back a little bit.
Okay, you pull the blanket back a little bit, and grinning up at you is a white skull.
Ugh.
Poor Horatio, I knew him well.
I like the idea the skull's just like, hey, put the sheets back, it's gold.
Don't use my ribs for the xylophone.
I'm chattering over here.
Well,
Alas.
This is his deathbed.
Well, that's too bad.
It is.
At least.
Yeah. Quite a shame. And Vulwin's just gonna go up and like, is there like a blanket underneath too, like a bedroll or something?
It's not a bedroll. It's like a layer of furs or something on top of a bed of straw.
Oh, okay.
It's a very basic
He's just
thing.
gonna. Is it just a skull, or is there like a whole skeleton?
I mean, you haven't rolled back the rest of the blanket, so you don't know.
Okay. Good.
Yeah, Irylyssa will just pull the rest of the blanket off.
There is indeed a skeleton lying in the bed. Seems to be fully clothed, still in various furs.
Well, looks like we got a place to sleep then.
Just for the heck of it, I want to do a medicine check to see if we can figure out how they died.
Okay, roll it.
16.
So the bones are somewhat rough, particularly around the joints. One of the joints is actually completely fused together in what you would imagine is probably how really bad arthritis looks. You would imagine this was probably just old age.
Oh.
Hopefully they went peacefully. It certainly looks that way.
Yeah, suppose could have rose to death, could have starved. You know.
Well, perhaps they
They just
passed.
died because they're old.
Well, yeah, but since it's so cold, perhaps they passed well before, everything was wintry.
We could simply ask.
They died.
I have a spell for that.
Do you want to
I
ask?
I
What?
really don't want this whole place smelling like incense the whole night, though.
Fair enough. I'm going to see if they had anything valuable on them, or if they have anything that is deteriorating at a lesser rate than the rest of their materials.
Sure, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation. Got a whole 9.
You do find a slightly bent stave lying parallel to him on one side. It's a relatively thick wood, probably yew or something like that, and it has strange notches at the top and bottom end. There is also an old, fairly rusted pan propped up beside the fireplace, and a small chest, which when you open it has a number of rotted fabrics within.
Rotted.
It does look like some of the water got in from the outside wall here. It was fairly near the fireplace.
Okay, so this guy's probably been here for quite a while.
Well, it's pretty impressive then.
He's just bones. Of course he's been here for a while.
Well, yeah, the bones kind of tipped me off that he may have been here before winter as well, or else it'd just be more of a mummy.
So we're
Okay.
gonna stand here admiring some bones, or move
Yeah.
them away and clear off the place so we can sleep.
No, let him rest.
I don't want to sleep in a cot where someone died. That's
Well, do you want to sleep in a cot with the dead skeleton?
That's fine. Well,
That's
not
what I-
sleep in the cot, but we'll just sleep around it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
What did you say? You got cut off.
Oh, I will not sleep in the cot.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I mean, this is fairly cramped. You probably could get 2 or 3 of you lying on the floor around maybe 4 of you. But especially with the space that the cot is taking up, it would be very, very cramped.
I'll sleep outside. I'll set my stuff out there. I'm the biggest, so it would free up a lot of room otherwise. But I'm going to say the old man was here first. Let him have his rest.
Oh, the old man is dead now. And
Yeah.
I'm sure he wouldn't want anybody else just, sleeping on the floor on his account. And Vulwin's gonna go over and move the skeletal body out of the cot and, like, set it up in, like, a corner or something.
I mean, it's just a set of bones. There's nothing holding them together. So you
and
kind
just
of
picking up the bones
Yeah.
and kind of he goes over and just picks up the bones and starts like collecting them in like one arm, like kind of places the skull and like and, like carrying like the shoulder or the elbow.
I mean,
It's like,
the way
what?
I see this happening is you're basically picking them up like stacks of firewood, like in the crook
yes,
of your
that's
elbow.
exactly what's happening. That's what he's doing.
Well, if we're gonna move him at all, might as well do the whole shebang.
And Zagrax will go in once Vulwin's collected the stuff, and he'll go out like behind the cabin and dig a hole big enough to bury all the bones behind the cabin.
Okay,
He
as
has
you
a
go,
shovel.
as you go outside, you realize that the snow has intensified. It's getting quite a lot thicker at the moment, making moving around difficult. And what are you using to dig?
As a shovel.
Oh, you have a shovel? Okay, so
Oh.
you strike the earth with your shovel, and it is frozen.
Yeah.
Zagrax just a pile of bones trying to dig a hole. Like, what am I doing in this blizzard?
Here, hand them to me. I'll put them in
Okay.
I'll put the bones in a sack, and put the sack in my bag.
Oh.
So I have sack of bones.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh,
right.
Zagrax.
Zagrax has no idea what he's going to do with it. Player has absolutely every idea knowing what he's going to do with it. Sad. Oh well.
Yeah,
Tahko's more versed in these things than I am anyway.
There you go. And I'm going to set up my tent so it's basically connected to the. Do I even have a tent? I think I have a
Yes.
I don't even remember if I do.
I think
Some of
2
us
of
have
you have
tents.
one.
Well,
Yeah.
if I can get a tent, I'll set up one of the tents right up against the
His tent.
doorway to the little hut, so that we can all share the same heat.
Okay, I mean, the hut is slightly dug into the ground, so that's pretty easy to do. There was a little bit of a step down as you went into it. It's like a pseudo bunker,
Okay.
which is why it was difficult to see from the path you were treading until you were at it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's easy enough to do. There is still wood around, and you can use some branches from the firewood stash that there is. Rig up a basic entrance. If it snows too much, it may sag in, is the only concern you have. Unless you actually want to, like, nail it to the entrance bar.
No, I don't want to put in any new holes in the tent, but I'll do my best to secure it.
Okay, give me a survival check.
This is
Okay.
comedy gold out here.
25.
Nice.
It's weird, like the corners of the door frame just jut out just a little bit, and they're like exactly the right shape that you can just drape the tent over it and then pull it taut a little bit, and it just seems to hook really, really nicely. And it's a clean fit. You can, if they light a fire inside, you get a little bit of the warmth radiating from that. And yeah, it's surprisingly, suspiciously good.
Cool.
Perfect.
Yeah,
It's the
when,
reward for taking care of the old man.
yeah. And speaking of rewards for taking care of the old man, when Zagrax comes back in, Vulwin's got the cot.
Oh,
Oh, yeah? Alright. You called dibs, huh? On the death cot.
He totally did. He cleared it off, gave the bones to Zagrax, and took the cot.
Alright.
Okay.
What ifs?
And with
yeah,
that,
do whatever you want.
you set up camp for the night and basically settle down for the evening. Vulwin, give me a constitution check.
Absolutely. Got a 12. Not bad.
Not
Itchy.
great.
Really, really itchy.
Oh, that straw sucks.
You're
The
getting
straw
those
sucks.
You're gonna have bone scarabs in your body.
Kind of have
Oh
to
no,
deal with
yeah, I got the bedroll on the cot. It's got to be more comfy.
Now you're gonna find out what
It
the
is
old guy
itchy.
died of.
You get bed bugs, and then the rest of us get
It's
bed
just bed
bugs.
bugs.
Elora
Yeah.
will never forgive you.
It's okay. I mean, honestly, all of us would get it if we're in here at that point.
It's true.
Ugh.
Anyway, the evening passes pretty uneventfully, and dark as it is within the structure, you wake up at what you imagine is the next morning. At least you feel somewhat refreshed.
Cool.
Alright.
Yeah, I could see why that pile of bones passed away. That's an entirely uncomfortable cot.
Glad you're not a pile of bones.
Well, you insisted upon it.
I am a pile of bones.
Yeah, but you function.
And yeah, Vulwin, as you get up, you find that you are still really itchy. It wasn't just that the hay was sticking into you. You do have several insect bites on you right now.
No. Ouch.
Gross.
That's nature for you.
Yes.
Scratch a couple and just be like, yeah, that was really uncomfortable, actually.
We're gonna have to give him a flea bath.
Yep.
Just strip
Irilyssa just
Well,
whispering to
there's-
Elora.
Oh yeah, okay.
Elora nods.
Just strip naked and roll around in the snow, and we'll pick it out of your clothes while you're doing so.
No, it's
You
fine.
don't bring any with you.
You
No,
live
it's
you live
not.
long enough next to nature. These things happen.
Well, don't drag them around with you.
Well, we'll see if they continue to be a problem.
Okay.
And we will see if they continue to be a problem.
Okay, so you set about striking camp again. The next morning is probably... You actually slept in a bit. It was really difficult to make out what time it is, and it is still difficult to make out what time it is because it is dark out. It seems that there was some pretty heavy cloud cover still overhead, and the snow is still coming down pretty heavily. And in fact, Vulwin, as you leave the shelter and look around, there is no sign of your tracks from the day before.
Yeah.
Is it still snowing heavily? Sorry, did you
Yes,
say that?
it is.
Okay, sorry.
It's alright.
Alright. Let's head due west.
So,
yeah.
just so I have it clear, are you going to the caves now, or are you going back to East Haven?
Back to East Haven.
Yeah, I believe we were talking about going to East Haven. There's a couple things we wanted to resupply basically for, and then head out towards the caves.
Also, we might be able to get my armor.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yep.
That's
That's-
true. Enough days may pass.
It'll turn out he just ripped us off and made a crap load of fish hooks for no reason. Really, really high quality fish hooks.
They would be some
Oh,
nice
okay.
fish hooks, to be fair.
Right? Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
so
go.
you strike camp, you get everything together again, and you set out in the direction of East Haven. Can I get a perception check and a survival check for your scooting a boot
Okay.
and your navigator?
15 on perception.
Good.
24 on for survival.
We're already there.
Going to East Haven.
So you strike out for what looks to be the tallest hillock around you, in the general direction of East Haven, from which you would be able to get your bearings a little bit better. And as you venture out towards the dimly lit land feature, there is a light again that appears before your party, 40, 50, 60 feet out.
Hmm.
Another one of those lights.
Follow it.
Wait,
It's-
I'm not the only one saying that?
That's never steered us wrong before.
How far away is it from us?
We'll say about 60 feet.
I'll start walking towards it.
Okay. It is difficult to make out. Amongst the heavy snowfall in particular, you kind of see a couple of flickers, and then it disappears from view, and then you see it again a little bit further on, then it kind of disappears from view again. But you are able to follow after it.
Cool. Where does it take us?
Off we go. Following a will-o-wisp.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you follow after the light ahead of you, travelling for an hour, then it will disappear for 15-20 minutes, then it'll appear again, you'll follow it, it'll disappear again, and you are led this way for the next period of time.
Which direction are
Yeah.
we heading in? Because we were going to go west, and now
It's
we're going.
leading you west.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it seems a bit odd, but
So you are travelling for about an hour and a half, 2 hours or so in total. When the ground ahead of you just seems to disappear.
Whoa.
And
what-
it's Irilyssa kind of following behind Vulwin that notices the ground disappear ahead
Oh.
of her.
I'll grab the back of Vulwin's collar and pull him back.
Okay.
what? And he's gonna like kind of like flick her hand away. Like
Look
what?
down.
What's going on?
The
Yeah, I have
Crap
been.
disappeared.
And as you
What are
look
you,
down,
blind?
you do see probably
Oh,
a meter away from where you are standing right now, the ground just vanishes and there's just darkness down there. And the light you
He
notice
looks-
is still ahead of you at exactly the same level as it has been all along.
yeah. He just turns like, what? What are you, blind? It's the ground over there. Bit of a drop, huh? Or something.
Or something.
Well, light's still out there at the same level we are.
I'm going to take
Is that
my.
is that a hill there?
Is there nothing down there? Is it just complete black, or is there like, can we see rock walls or what?
That is a good question.
Yeah, I'm leaning on Irilyssa for this one.
Yeah,
Yes,
what can
so-
I see?
Irilyssa, as you look forwards a little bit, there is a fairly sheer drop straight down. There is the sides of what looks to be a cliff. So imagine the White Cliffs of Dover. You're on top of something like that.
Jeez.
That thing
That would have
is
been fun
leading
to
us
fall down.
off a cliff.
Never let us wrong before, right?
Huh?
Well, there's not supposed to be a cliff here.
Where are we?
Are we sure about that?
I'm going to make a quick snowball and just lob it in there.
Look,
Okay.
East Haven is further down than up in these farmlands, so maybe it's just a large hill. Could be easily be a cliff.
Does the snowball just disappear into it?
So you pack together the snowball, throw it out, and after... I have no idea how long it would take a snowball to land. We'll say like 2 seconds, not knowing the distance. Make an intelligence check. There you go, that's an easier way of doing it.
Okay. Intelligence. 15.
You imagine it's probably about a 200-foot drop
Yikes.
before you hear that.
Pain.
Well, I guess we should go around.
Well, I don't know how we're gonna get across.
Well, there's an obvious way. As I peek down the hole.
The obvious way is nowhere close to the best way.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't seem to recall having to scale some cliffs to make it up here in the first place.
Yeah,
Me
that's a
neither.
really weird one.
Well, I mean, there's mountains not that far from where we are, so it's not surprising if we've come into contact with the upper side of a cliff. Maybe we just took a different route.
Maybe. All right.
But either we're going to scale this down or not at all.
Let's just go left along it and see where it takes us.
The light's
I
still
might-
floating out in the open,
Yep.
right? Or like appearing.
Yep.
Rude.
It's just kind of
Yeah,
hovering
any-
there.
Are we any
Hey,
closer?
light. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Are we any closer to it?
No, it's kept a pretty persistent distance between you and it.
Oh, okay. Elora will still call out, "Hey, light, help us across! Help us across!"
Okay.
Really?
But if the light could have done that, wouldn't you think it already would have done that for us?
I don't know.
You know, maybe taking us a different path instead of, over a sheer cliff or whatever this
It
is.
I might think we could fly.
Yeah. I mean, what's a cliff to a ghost?
I mean, it's just a light in the dark. Who knows what it could be?
As you call out to it saying, "Show us the way to go," it suddenly descends and disappears from all of your view except for Irilyssa, and you notice, Irilyssa, that it's probably about... It's like at the very edge of your perception right now. Heavily obscured by the constant heavy snowfall somewhere below you.
Well, that's ominous.
We would have to go down there.
Do we have to?
But the fact that it's... I can barely see that. That's at the edge of my vision.
Oh, you can still see it?
Yes. Just barely.
In fact, it's a light. The rest of you probably can see it as well. I mean, lights do stick out a long way. It's about 120 feet down.
Yeah, I can't see it, but hey.
Barely make it out. Is this a sheer ledge, or can we like slide down it, or?
I mean, being careful, you probably could shimmy down it, or you could spend a little bit of time and try to find a better way down. It's pretty sheer.
Yeah, I think this one's we're gonna, if that's a ghost, then we're gonna be joining it if we try to go this way. That's just my own
Yeah.
thoughts.
I didn't think it would do anything if I talked to it.
Then why did you talk to it?
Well, we were just standing here, right?
Yeah, no better ideas. And it
Yeah,
worked.
honestly, I'm a
It
bit
worked.
shocked.
I have something that might help the rest of you see. And Irilyssa is going to cast Dispel.
Okay.
I've
I like how
renamed
you've
it.
renamed that.
Makes more sense.
Full moon.
So,
Daylight spell.
nope, it is the full moon spell. So,
You take your butt cheeks out. And
yep, it's the butt cheek out.
Interesting.
Oh lord.
No. 60 feet down, this kind of shimmering, illusory full moon appears, and then the space fills with bright light.
Okay, so you cast this, and the cliff around you appears in stark relief now. It has a more of a grey colour to it rather than the white cliffs of Dover. This looks more like just a kind of a shale cliff, but it is pretty sheer. Except for near the bottom, it does spill out rather more and becomes a bit more of a shallow gradient, and somewhat near the bottom, probably about 30 feet up, you see a couple of dark spaces which aren't lit by the light, possibly caves that disappear underneath where you are now. And right near the bottom, you can just about make out ice stretching from as far out as you can see, going underneath you. Just this one channel of ice that seems to just draw underneath you. And it is above that channel that the spot of light is currently hovering. And now that you can see it more clearly than you have so far, still obscured by the snow, so it is still a little bit hard to see, but you do see that it is just this sphere of light that seems to hover and dance around a little.
I see.
No, this spirit directly led us right to the cliffs, or to the caves.
Yeah, they're just almost over them. Well, directly over them, I guess.
Well, here we are. Do we want to do this now and then just head back to town?
Well, we have to figure out a way down.
Honestly, if we just spend enough time pushing snow over the edge, we can just jump down into the soft snow.
Yeah, at that point, we should have just spent time trying to find a way down that's a little bit easier to traverse.
Maybe.
I agree with Vulwin.
That might be the stupidest thing I've heard in a while, Tahko.
What? That's not that bad an idea.
Push snow down the side until you can get down.
Yeah. Then if you slide down when you're trying to get your way down, you'll just fall in the soft snow.
Or you'll miss it and hit a cliff.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around. Maybe just find a spot that's easier to get down.
All right. I mean, it wouldn't be the
I'm gonna go with
first
him.
cliff I fell down.
Won't
Give
be the
me
first, won't be
a
the last.
perception check, Vulwin. Let's see what you find.
Okay, let's see if there's an easier way down. Nope.
Wow.
Find down.
You find down.
And give me a dexterity check.
No.
Dexterity save.
Oh.
Dexterity save.
Acrobatics?
Save.
Dexterity save. Okay.
Dexterity save.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna find it. 25.
So it's not so much that you find it as it finds you. As you step out, suddenly the ground beneath you just gives way, and you find a narrow crevice that shoots down the side of the cave, which was down the side of the slope, which was just covered by a loose covering of earth with some, well, it's a covering of snow, so it's actually really difficult to see what's under it exactly. And you just put your foot on it, and it feels solid. You put your second foot on it, and it just gives way beneath you. And you go sliding down it like you're surfing the ground almost. It does tear away at your shoes and at your feet somewhat. And towards the bottom of it, you do lose your grip, and you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you just slam into the ground below. But considering that you have just dropped about 200 feet, it was an impressive descent. And for the rest of you, you hear this
Zagrax.
sudden yelp, and then Vulwin is no longer where he was a moment ago. There is this hole underneath, which descends into darkness, and you just hear this scraping of leather and flesh against ground, and the movement of multiple small pebbles and gravel.
Oh no.
Yeah, Zagrax was nearby, sort of looking with me, so he probably just like turned around and be like, "Hey, where'd you?"
I mean, for Zagrax, this is not an unusual occurrence. You look over where you expect to see Vulwin, and there is no Vulwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just Zagrax and his attentions.
Yep.
Be able to see stuff
Wait, where'd he
around.
go? He was standing right there.
Oh
Vulwin?
no.
Are you
Vulwin?
alright?
We're supposed to push the snow down first.
Wait, he went down the side of the cliff? He just said he wanted to go around.
Well,
He said he wanted to find a better way. He found it.
He found it.
he's still alive?
Hello, are you there?
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I'm still alive.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Feel more alive than I've ever felt.
That's a good thing then.
That's not the better way, by the way. Don't follow me.
No, did it hurt when you landed?
A little bit.
Actually,
Okay.
Vulwin, now that you can see where you just descended, thanks to the full moonlight spell, which is still illuminating the whole area.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
Hey,
You can all
actually-
just see him down there.
It doesn't look like that bad a way down. It would be a little bit risky, sure, but it's a way down, and it is a more natural slope than the sheer fall that is around you.
yeah, you know what, actually? Seeing it from down here, no choice. If you were to slide down the side, it actually might be one of the best ways to go.
Now you're just being
It's,
patient.
No, it's a natural slope.
Hmm.
But it's, might be the best we have, but you just gotta, crouch down and stay close. Gotta write it down.
Okay.
Write it down?
But
I'm gonna try to do what Vulwin just said.
but
Dexterity
also
save.
if if you fail, you might break several bones.
Yeah, we're already doing
As
it.
Zagrax is stepping on it.
Dexterity save, please, Zagrax.
That I clicked. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button.
Christmas
There we
saved.
go.
Okay.
A 14.
So, now noticing that there is a bit of a slope where where you thought Vulwin was a moment ago, you look down, you hear Vulwin calling up, and you go, okay, I'm going to do that. And you just jump out, and you catch some of the scree slope, and all around your feet, the sudden movement of earth and pebble and gravel just kind of lines your way down, and every now and then you're having to put out your hands and your feet to try and stick yourself. You're still in this somewhat narrow chasm, so there are enough ways of breaking the passage down, which is probably one of the reasons that Vulwin's not just a pile of strawberry jam at the bottom of this cliff right now.
Right.
To slow your descent, but it is still kind of difficult, and you take 5 points of damage, either piercing, bludgeoning, scraping, whatever,
Oh no!
as you go down
Hopefully not.
from the
My
scrapes and
temp
bumps.
HP.
But you are also able to basically ride the slope down, and with a small hop and then falling flat on your face for the last bit, you find yourself at the bottom, prone next to Vulwin.
I look at Zagrax wouldn't have been my first choice, but I didn't really have a choice.
It was more fun until I landed on my face.
Always is.
Irilyssa is gonna slowly try and make her way down.
Okay.
Dexterity save.
Save.
Does she happen to get any bonuses because of fancy boots?
Oh, no. Yeah, do the boots
This is my
grant advantage?
Yeah, not really. This isn't ice. This is just a scree slope.
Great, okay.
This is my favorite version of Follow the Leader.
Yeah.
Boy.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, don't say I didn't find a better way.
If all of your friends went jumping off a cliff, would you?
Clearly.
Hey, we're sliding down the cliff.
Hey, one of my most
Strategy.
trusted friends jumped off the cliff. Therefore, I have to follow. He said it was
Your
fine.
most trusted friends that keep shooting you with arrows.
I've
That's how you know.
never harmed Zagrax.
He's attempted more than most of our enemies. But
Sorry.
I had my chances, Zagrax. You better watch yourself.
he's just practicing to make it look like an accident.
Yeah, this is secretly trying to kill Zagrax again. Yeah, it's fine. Just come down here. I slipped down an entire.
Zagrax hits the ground and starts talking, and you're like, damn it, it's still alive.
Okay, so
Yep.
Irilyssa, you follow in much the same way that Zagrax did, except a lot of the scree slope has gone because the much heavier, heavily armoured Dragonborn took most of it with him, and in fact probably about half of the side here. And what you're faced with, instead of the slowing grip of the scree slope which you can ride down, you just fall down the sheer sides of this chasm. And I need you to make... So the first half of it, you accelerate, you're gaining speed, you're trying desperately to throw your arms, throw your hands out, throw your legs out, whatever, to try and catch something, but at the moment there just isn't anything that you can really grip. You reach out for a handhold, but it just whizzes by before you can grab it. You try to stop yourself, pinning your body between the narrow walls, but it's just not catching quite. Give me another dex save.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slightly better.
It's double. It's double.
You try to kick out, to grab something around you, and eventually your foot catches on a small stone outcropping. I'm going to give you an option here. You can either continue to fall, or you can break your boots trying to catch on to this outcropping.
Oh.
Oof.
Ooh.
Tough one.
I want to keep those boots.
You got spells to bring the body back.
Boots with the furs.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep the boots. I'm sorry.
Okay. You feel the exceptional drag against your boots, and you kick them free just before they can truly get lodged in on some of the sharp rocks that are caught on you there. And as you do so, you kick yourself away from the cliffside, and now there's just open air beneath you, and you fall. You fall.
He's coming in hot.
As
And
I'm falling, can I look for just like a big mound of snow?
I mean, you've already had 2 dex saves, so you've kind of had your chance. And as you're looking around for a big mound of snow, you do spot one, but you miss it because you have no way of
into that snow.
you have no real way of angling yourself here. Oh, you misty step into it. Okay, give
Yeah.
me an Arcana check to see how quickly you can do this as you were falling.
Oh, what?
What is it? At this, Zagrax is gonna, somehow notice making all the ruckus in the world and try and get in the way to catch her.
An Arcana check?
Arcana.
Okay. Yeah, I did it!
You
gosh.
misjudge exactly what you're going to cast your misty step into, and instead you slam into some even harder stone which is jutting out beside it, and you take 50 points of falling damage.
Daylight immediately goes out.
So, let me get
almost
this.
saved.
Let me get this straight. You were like tumble dying down this cliff face, and then you teleported into a worse
Or rock.
spot.
Yep.
Or rock.
You're not
Okay.
used to casting
Happens.
spells in mid-air. It's not easy to do.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh my!
Hey, I casted spells while drowning. It was fine.
Also,
Hey, you're above.
you guys are all in dark now.
Yeah,
Fun.
the spell's cancelled.
Okay, then.
Okay, great.
You
Hey,
hear a
Careless,
sickening.
why'd you turn off the light?
You hear a
Where's the light
sickening thud from somewhere below, and the light goes out.
Oh,
Well, we
God.
would have seen the thud like a split second before.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
True.
All right. I know exactly what's happened.
Shit.
Oh my god. This is astoundingly stupid. If I pull out my shield and try and surf my shield
Please
down
do
the
it.
cliff face,
You can snowboard.
can I
Mhm.
use athletics instead of a dexterity save?
I would say that would be an acrobatics instead of dex save.
Yeah.
Oh, they're the same number. Damn. Acrobatics. Screw it. All right. Let's cowabunga this. I'm going to try.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
I'm going to use the
I'm
shield
gonna-
as a buffer, and I'm going to step in the right area, so I should land close to where Irilyssa.
Okay.
Okay, he says okay.
Should.
And
At this point,
11.
Zagrax is gonna be trying to light a torch to try and
Same.
find.
I'm trying to get my lantern out immediately to light this.
Okay, so you push yourself out, dropping your shield somewhere beneath your feet, catching it for a moment on the scree slope, and you start riding it down a bit like a surfboard, but eventually it catches on a piece of stone, flips up behind you. You're able to just reach out with one hand, grabbing the shield, pulling it down behind you, but the action of doing so, just this stupid reaction of trying to grab that shield, you lose your footing and your handhold elsewhere, and you start to really plummet with increasing momentum and increasing force. I need you to make another a dexterity save, please.
Don't land on top of me.
Just right down the side.
I'm gonna try and, since I'm free falling, basically holding the shield, I'm gonna put the shield in between myself and the ground.
Okay, so you try to angle the shield into a slightly better position, giving up basically entirely on getting a hand grip, getting any friction on the side of the wall to stop your fall, and eventually you just land on this solid plank of wood on the bottom of this cliff, taking 53 points of damage as you just slam into the ground beside Irilyssa.
I am also unconscious.
Yay!
By the way, my favorite part is knowing I'm looking at these numbers and be like, oh no. Yo, can you like reduce that somehow? Just like
I tried with the shield, it didn't work.
Oh no.
Highwind, I will remind you that you have stone's endurance.
Oh
shit.
yes! That's a great point. I will use my stone's endurance ability. Oh,
Not pancake time.
Alright, that's a D12 plus my con, so... Oh, how do you roll on this thing again? Is it equals first, or what?
/R, and then the number.
Slash, that's it. 12 plus 3... Unrecognized command. There we go. Wow, perfect. All right.
So
Damn.
as you're falling, you brace yourself for the impact. You're holding the shield beneath you and just kind of willing almost the shield to start flying. And your fall slows. You have no way of explaining how or why. You just feel the snow around you starting to coalesce, and it almost seems to carry you slightly with some unknown internal power, and you take 30 less damage. So you take 23 damage still, as you still impact the ground with force, but nowhere near as much force as you would have.
What?
Damn.
30 less.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Double
All
what you rolled.
Whoa.
Pretty
That-
nice.
If that's the case, I haven't even lost my temporary hit points all the way.
You took 23
What?
damage.
We only have 10.
Yeah, I'd say we only have 10.
I know, but
And you're telling me that
Oh, I still took
53
endurance.
minus 30 is
yeah,
like...
because I mix with my stone's endurance. Yeah.
No,
Oh,
that is
okay.
the stone's endurance. That is the effect. So you lose 30 less total.
Oh, okay. You're
So you still
doubling
take
that.
23.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I was
I
like,
thought
wait
you
a
were
minute.
adding another 30
No.
onto that.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll
And-
slam in the bottom.
Vulwin, Zagrax, looking below, it's really strange seeing what's happening to Tahko, because as you see him falling and you kind of wince, half closing your eyes with the expected impact, and instead you see the snow starting to coalesce around his shoulders like these giant white wings, and the wings beat once, twice, and each time they do, the progress slows until eventually, BAM! And then the ground trembles quite heavily because this is freaking Tahko landing splat on the ground. But for that moment, there was definitely a draconic aura around Tahko.
Nice. I'm going to
Wow.
stand up. Nailed it. And then I'm going to heal Irilyssa.
Like you stand up and you got like you just your arms like, oh shit, maybe I didn't.
Hearing all of this carnage,
Yeah.
self-inflicted carnage.
Hey, I'm
You have
fine.
to
What are you
find
talking
me
about?
first, sir.
Yeah.
Elora, you are now standing at the top of this slope.
Yeah, she's like, oh
Hello.
my, why did everybody leave me?
There's now lamp light at the bottom
Right?
and maybe
Yeah.
torch light.
She at
I
least
like-
has dark vision.
I don't
But,
think it would be too hard to find you,
right.
considering that you splattered into solid stone where the snow wasn't even there. So, yeah. I go over and I touch you and I heal you. You're
Okay,
healed
you
by
recover
18.
18 hit points.
That's good.
18.
Damn.
Yeah, see.
I used a 3rd level heal on you.
Yeah.
So one, I'd like to go down the hill carefully, treating it as difficult terrain, and also can I use my inspiration for this?
You can.
Please.
Hmm.
Please. Okay.
So because you're doing this a little bit more carefully than the others, basically just jumping, give me a dexterity save with advantage.
Yeah, wait, so I don't need to use my inspiration?
I'll give you a +2 on top of whatever your roll is.
Okay, thanks.
'Cause this
I
is,
got the 4 with.
it's difficult
I got the
terrain,
4
but
with-
it is still a slope.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, okay, well,
14.
I could have rolled worse.
I mean, I rolled a 13 and still ended up face.
My one,
Zagrax got a 14.
if this is... Okay, I don't know if you will allow it, but if it is allowed, I'd like to also use my talisman ability, where if it's a failed roll, I can add a d4 to it. But I don't know because I used my inspiration, right?
It is not a failed roll. With the
Okay, then.
+2 that you got for just treating this a little bit more carefully than the others, just jumping down, it's a 14,
Oh.
and that's exactly what the DC was.
Oh my
Good.
Yeah, because Zagrax got a 14, so it's like,
No.
oh, I hope
Yep.
that's...
So she just like shuffles down.
You do still take 4 points from just the sheer distance, like you are tumbling 200 feet
Yeah.
to get down to
That
here.
makes... Yeah.
Actually, I mean, where you are standing right now, it's probably more like 160, but still. You are able to slow the descent, grabbing onto whichever handholds you can grab at the time, and as you feel yourself getting too quick, you put all of your limbs out and just like stop. And then once you're sure that you've stopped, you kind of release slowly, feeling yourself falling slowly again. The scree slope more controlled under you as a bit of a buffer and a bit of extra friction. And then again, as you get too quick, you put your arms out a little bit again and your legs, and you pin yourself in that position. And you do take some scrapes and bumps as you go down, which is the 4 points of damage that you take, but rather more dignified than basically any of the rest of the party. Elora also reaches the bottom of the slope, and you are now there, all standing.
It's not that dignified though, because she's probably going the whole time.
Yeah. I'm expecting Vulwin has run out over towards Irilyssa and Tahko at this point too, taking out the medical kit
Okay.
in case it's needed, and then notices Tahko's all like, healing hand. Thing that
Okay.
Tahko says he never does. I witnessed it.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. I knitted the flesh back together.
Oh god.
That's basically what happens when I heal.
Are we all still alive?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Ugh.
Is Irilyssa alive?
I'm okay. Everything hurts.
I would think so.
Yeah, that didn't sound or look good.
You should feel how it feels.
No, I'm good.
I
Rather
do.
not. What?
Yeah, I told you to be cautious, but I mean, it's like...
I was trying to be.
No, I'm not blaming you. It's still a dangerous prospect going down this way, but it's better than falling off a sheer cliff. I'm just glad you're alive.
And I wanted to get down here as soon as possible so you wouldn't die. But here we are.
At least we're all breathing.
I feel like you cheated. And I'll
I didn't cheat.
punch Elora on the shoulder a little.
I just went slowly.
Mm-hmm.
You guys just
Where's
jumped
the-
down.
Where's the fun in that?
I did
Yeah.
not just jump down.
Yours was amazing.
You really lost control. I saw you start spinning at the top.
Yeah.
I should have mentioned to try to lean back instead of leaning forward. Don't lean into it.
The spinning was impressive.
Well, let's go back in time. Tell me that.
I mean, you can climb back and try again if you really want.
No,
I'd
God.
rather not
No.
hear that noise again, thanks.
We're already down here.
Uh, All right. Well,
Well, now where are we going?
into the caves, I guess.
So where you're standing at the
don't think
moment,
so.
you're on a bit of a platform still above the lake shore, which is still probably a good 30 feet or so below you. And you can, out of the mouth of the biggest cavern into which a river seems to be flowing, the faint illumination of a light somewhere within. Immediately to your right, you see... As soon as I bring my map up...
I'm just gonna throw in the break time soon.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to explain this and then say, okay, break, while you think about what you want to do. So, immediately to your right, you notice what look to be two other cavern entrances, basically at the same level as you are. Then down to your left, another 10 feet or so down, you see another cave entrance, and then 30 feet down to your left is the river entrance that also seems to go into a cavern of some kind. And out of the entrance to your left, 10 feet down, you see several furry faces looking up at you. And that is where we're going to end for our break.
Okay.
Okay.
Furry faces. They're just cute little ferrets down there.
Are they?
Nah.
They are distinctly canine in look.
Oh.
boy.
Wow.
They
No,
haven't
bad
started cackling.
dogs.
They haven't started cackling yet, so
Yeah, they're
No
not
cackling.
Maybe they're just actually dogs.
No, they look like wolves.
Maybe it's a bunch of swearwolves.
Oh, like normal wolves or special wolves?
like wolves. We'll see about after this break.
We're all
We'll see after this break.
All right.
paranoid now.
So, we're going to take a couple of minutes, because I think the party needs a bit of time to regain their composure. So we'll
I have
resume
to-
again in 7 minutes, so we'll say at 22. We shall
All right.
continue and see who falls down a cliff next.
Yay!
Yay!
Or surfs down a cliff.
Yeah.
Bringing the voices. Okay, we're back in.
Oh,
We didn't die.
Hi.
I have ice cream.
That's good.
Thematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Because you are probably also eating snow right now.
Okay, it's not even funny because it's Rocky Road.
Did you curse yourself
Pissy.
before this stream
Maybe.
with that choice?
No, because I wasn't going to eat the ice cream until after I
Oh,
killed myself.
Yeah,
oh, it's just thematic then. Wonderful.
Great.
Okay, so you guys are on this little ledge beside one of the cave openings. Beneath you, 10 feet beneath you to the left, is another cave opening with two canine heads kind of peering out, wondering what the hell all the noise is. Then 20 feet lower than that is the ice river or inlet or something that leads inside the cavern and then disappears. And off to your right, another 10 feet away or so, is another cave entrance.
Cool. Which way is the spectral light leading us?
The spectral light at the moment is emitting out from the inlet entrance.
That's where I think we should
Yeah.
go.
We should take a moment, let Irilyssa recover from that.
Yeah,
Please?
fair enough.
I'm gonna go and lay on hands like 15 HP.
Honestly, instead of lay on hands, can we just take a short rest?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we could just do
Def-
that.
Definitely advocating for,
Yeah,
waiting
let's
to
just,
make sure Irylyssa's not actually just dead still.
yeah,
True.
Let's just use our hit die.
Okay, so as you lean back, a third wolf joins the other two. They're just kind of watching you guys at the moment as you're just kind of sitting back, just going.
Yeah.
They can
Scram, leave us
watch.
alone. Don't need to watch this.
I mean, if they're not bothering us, it's fine.
Yeah.
Zagrax
Yeah,
will wave
but,
at the puppies.
Can we talk to
Zagrax, give me an animal handling check.
Oh,
Nice!
oh.
Wow.
God!
You gesture towards the wolves, and
my
with
God.
flattened ears, one of them dodges back, and then hackles raised starts to pace towards you. And
Nice.
two of the other wolves fan out to its side.
Were you trying to befriend them by chucking rocks at them?
No.
Mordred, I'm gonna, yeah. Well, seeing this, I'm actually gonna use speak with animals,
Okay.
and just be like, look, you don't want any part of this. If you decide to attack us, you're gonna end up dead. And it sounds like, I guess, low growling wolf speak.
Yeah. Give me a intimidation check with advantage.
Okay. Where is intimidation? There it is. 21
Nice.
crit.
Okay.
Nice.
So, in a manner which the rest of the party may have seen once or twice when Vulwin faces off against the Yeti, his whole demeanour changes. He becomes more animalistic, kind of crouches down a little bit, and lets off a series of hissing yelps at the wolves. And the lead one, which was prowling forwards, his hackles raised, the hackles just drop. He kind of glances to one side, glances to the other, and then starts stepping backwards. Its ears flattened to its head as it does so. Still eyes very much on you guys, but backing off. And as it reaches even with the other two, they also slowly start to back off towards the cave from which they emerged.
Yeah, keep stepping back, otherwise they'll become deader.
I know you could talk to anything.
But that's just him still not actually like being, it's all still just wolf speak. Yeah, they were gonna take an opportunity.
That was slightly more effective than my wave.
Yeah, your wave egged them on. They saw a whole hand of meat just flailing. Gotta be watching what you're doing, Zagrax. You're sending the wrong messages.
Yeah, meat messages.
He'll just kind of like look at his hands like, what? How much power do I have in these hands?
You rang the dinner bell.
Quit looking delicious, Zagrax.
I can't.
Really like the character's like, Zagrax, you're just too damn delicious.
Wow.
Thank you. I mean, wait, what?
I think I must have hit my head harder than I thought. Were you calling Zagrax delicious?
This
I mean,
is
I
what your
am, but
list
that's
is
beside the
saying.
point. Why do you know?
Like none of us have said this, but this is what your list is just like, what's going on?
That's what she hears.
Yep. Why are you calling Zagrax delicious?
There, now you hit your head.
I didn't. I said the wolves were vicious, Irilyssa.
I had a horrible nightmare, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there.
I'll slap the bigger rock. Yeah, and this giant rock was here too.
I think that's just reality.
This giant rock. I'm just imagining the meme where they slap the top of the roof of the car, and it's just like, this rock here can hold so many dead Irylyssas.
Oh my gosh. Evil.
Okay, so
Here,
at the
we'll
moment,
remember this.
Vulwin, you have
Yeah.
lantern lit, right?
I do. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Irilyssa, you healing up anymore there?
Oh, I'm at full now.
Oh shit.
Good.
Yeah, if we,
Oh
if we
yeah.
have a,
That's right. You got a huge heal, didn't you?
So you guys do take the short rest. You can heal whatever hit dice you have available.
awesome. And I'll use one more. Why not? Wow, that's actually perfect. I am also full health.
I'm good.
I am fine.
Yeah, I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh god.
honestly, everybody
I'm
burn
fine.
one because we
I'm
don't often
good.
take short rests. You may as well get
I
the most
can't. You can't restore temporary hit points.
Nope.
Oh yeah, that's
No.
right. If they're just temps, you're fine. I forgot. I used up my 10 real fast in that.
Yeah.
in that
Yep.
fall. Oh, knocked the daylight right out of me.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
going to...
Not as hard as Irilyssa.
Ooh,
That's true.
Oi.
where are we at? Oh, there we are.
I
Oh,
hit
wow.
so hard it knocked the daylight out for all of us.
Yeah.
Okay,
I agree.
so
The moonlight, it's gone.
you are... Yeah, the moonlight's gone, so you are currently lit only by Volwyn's lantern.
All right.
Zagrax, you got a torch out too?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I will add that.
and since
this
we're
is-
going to be caves for a while, I won't light my lantern yet. But I have a nearby.
I like that your list is just like a fall in the hole. And it's like, I want to go back to town. Can we go back to town?
Right.
So the wolf I put there, I'm just doing as a marker. That's where the wolves were. So Volwyn, you are currently the closest to that. They are about 10 feet lower than where you guys are at the moment. Immediately above you is a entrance, which is even level that you are now. So, and then further north up here is another entrance. And then further to the south, this is the river inlet thing, and that's where the light from the light is emitting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I
The
say we head
bubble.
down to the glowy part.
Okay, the wolves are over there, but looks like they don't want to hang out.
Yeah, I mean, if this is all of a cave, then it's just a cave network.
Yeah,
Probably.
probably.
Maybe they're just hungry.
Yeah, they were.
Well, Taco's got like 1 billion rations.
I mean, not a billion, but
But-
yeah, I'll feed some to him.
Volwyn scared him away, so let's just keep on moving.
Well, they're still keeping their distance, but they're
Maybe in the area.
opportunistic.
Hmm.
Can you tell him that I'm going to feed him, Vulwin, with your animal talk?
Is that what he was doing?
He was growling at him.
He looks at you like, you really want to feed them.
Yeah. I mean, if they live in the area, they could probably tell us where other threats are.
Fine. You. This person's gonna feed you. On one condition. Tell me something about this place. Something useful.
Make another animal handling
Oh.
check.
Okay. Is this also with advantage?
This
I'll
one's a
pull
little
out-
bit more complicated than just bugger
Yeah.
off. So no.
Sure. All right. 11.
Okay. The wolf lowers itself into the snow. Still, you can see that the tail is twitching, like it's ready to go any minute now. But the ears are lowered a little bit, like it's what's the word? Submitting to you guys. But you do hear whines and growls from further down the cave entrance, so you know he's not alone. And to you, Vulwin, it says, "Feed fast, hungry."
Hmm.
And yeah, I'm pulling out rations. I'll if
Vulwin
I
will
see,
kind of like hold his like hand up just a moment, and then you're like, fine, just feed the damn thing.
all right, I'll make eye contact with it, and then throw a day's rations at it.
Okay. And
And suddenly, there's 3 more wolves all eating at the rations.
the ration lands with a pff next to the wolf, and it kind of glances to the side where it fell, and you can kind of Vulwin, because you're trained with animals and things like that, you can kind of see it tensing a little bit, like it wants to jump over there, but then the muscles relax, and the wolf itself seems to loosen up a little, and it says, "Thank you. What do you want to know?"
Well, this is your home. So, what's in there?
My pack.
Outside of that, anything else? Is this anything strange?
Bones. Big bones. Trapped in ice. Hard to gnaw.
I can imagine. Cave's big.
Have not explored much. There is danger inside.
What kind? What
And
danger?
to this, the wolf just kind of whines and rolls his head in the snow.
What? Big danger, small danger?
It again whines a little bit and flattens itself into the snow again, and you can see that it's tensing up once more.
Yeah, it doesn't want to remember that, whatever it is. Fine, I won't ask anymore. Just one danger, or is there more than one danger? That's the last I'll say of it.
More.
More.
And then with that, it seems to lose its self-control, nips at the ration, and then like drags it back into the cave. Still kind of eyes at you, like backing away into the cave beyond. And then from within you hear numerous growls, and then the sounds of a tussle.
Yeah, my favorite's knowing that like I understand all of what they're saying, so it's like, it's mine. Leave it alone.
It's my turn, Dave. Cool.
It's my food.
And you hear, while they're doing this, a voice deeper and stronger than the others snap out, "It's mine!" And all of the other voices just immediately go quiet, and then you just hear like the growl as a single creature starts ripping at the packaging of the rations.
It was probably that the caribou that we got before.
What?
Remember
What?
the
ration.
from the
Yeah.
Oh,
dragon.
okay, so it's just meat. Okay, in that case there's no rations. You just hear the ripping of the meat pieces as it just shreds the thing and gulps it down, apparently.
Nice.
All right. Well, it said that in here there's a lot of dangers. Many different dangers and bones and trapped in ice. So it sounds like we've come to the right place, and I think their pack leader or something came back because something in there definitely has dominion over the rest of them. wouldn't want to trifle with it, but just know it's there.
All right. Well, we've gotten that's
So I
better
would
than
rather
just
go.
scaring them.
Yeah, I'd rather go this other route rather than going back where the wolves are.
Okay. We'll go up here then.
Give
Okay.
me just 1 second. I just need to.
That's too many clicks. I'm hearing too many clicks.
All right, we're good. We're good. It's all good. Okay, so which way are you going?
This way.
Well, the way
Go
that's
this-
the opposite way of the wolves.
Yeah,
Okay.
the safe direction, safe air quotes direction.
So yeah, go ahead and start moving. As you approach the cave entrance, you notice that everything is slick and icy, and everything in this cave network will count as difficult terrain if you don't want to take acrobatics checks every single turn.
Great.
Oh, lovely.
Imagine if we had gone to town like intended and gotten the.
Except for Irilyssa, where it's fine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's
Is
what-
there anything that we could
benefit
possibly
of
do
having armor.
with the resources we have to make this easier to traverse with our shoes?
I don't know.
Anything makeshift we can do?
You tell me.
I mean,
What do we have?
Exactly.
Oh,
This is gonna be a long walk. We're not gonna be nearly as mobile as we want to be here. It's the same issue with the chasm.
well, first off,
Any of you just have like metal shards on you?
first
Uh.
off,
Something.
let's get out the rope and hold ourselves together.
yeah.
Um, we could tie a rope over our boots, so there's a rope in between us and the ice or the snow.
Might cause a little extra friction.
Yeah.
The interior, from at least what you can see from what is lit by Vulwin's lantern, while there is snow having been blown in for the first 10, 20 feet, beyond that you can just see the black glisten of iced stones.
Ugh. Yay. I'm just envisioning trying to walk on that kind of ice in real life, and it's living hell.
Mhm.
This is the very worst black ice in there.
I still have pythons.
Just
Yeah, Titans would mean we're laying on our stomachs, crawling across it, just like stabbing one of the ice at a time.
not bad. Not
And
bad.
honestly, that might be a better call than trying to walk on this stuff. 'cause
Yeah.
Here,
real
listen,
life,
just
I've been
out-
across-
What's wrong? Why can't you guys just come out here?
You go by yourself and then tell us what's down there.
Okay.
Wait, really?
No,
I was joking.
don't listen.
No,
to him.
Irilyssa!
Kind of disappears behind
around
around a corner.
the corner.
Slips
Honestly,
around
she
a
should be
corner.
she's a good guide. This is fine.
She is a good guy.
You know,
I'm
she's
not
only been
going
keeping-
down there by myself.
Yeah.
I didn't want you to. I was joking.
I was just saying you could guide,
Nope.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
If we got no other way, then it's the best we've got.
wait. Irilyssa can walk just fine on that ice. We could all tie
Yeah.
ourselves to Irilyssa, and she could just pull us all along. We'll just slide across the.
You know,
the
you
floor.
still need to keep yourself from falling over, even if you're being pulled across ice, right?
Yeah, it's just a balance issue then.
It's always been a balance issue, Tahko.
Yeah, all right.
Okay. Well, let's tie ourselves together with
Yeah.
the rope.
Yep.
And I'll lead.
Okay.
So
Okay.
what's the idea here? We tie ourselves together with rope in case one of us falls, we all fall.
In case one of us goes sliding off a ledge, then we don't all.
Well, just go
Wow.
slowly. Fine, we'll try it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's establish this now. What is the order?
Yeah,
You
should
in
we-
front.
Uh-huh.
and then I can go second.
Yeah. Should we be tied together in pairs or tied together as the whole group?
Probably just a line.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright. I'll be after that then. I've got light.
I don't want to be in the back.
I'll be in the back, I guess.
Okay.
All right, and we'll allow 10 feet in between each person.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go carefully
Roll
then.
for that.
Okay. I think it's difficult to do with the mechanics that we have. It's slippery, but it's not pure ice. Pure ice would be like you move half movement or you fall over. This is slippery, so I'm going to say you can move like 10 feet less than usual, if that makes sense. So you can move a bit quicker, so it's 20 feet rather than 30.
Would using javelins as a walking stick help?
I would say that would give you advantage, sure.
I actually have 2 walking sticks. I kept that U one that the old man had, so I can use that one. Plus, I have my original one, so I can just hand you my old one.
I've got a bunch of javelins.
Walking sticks, I guess it would help with balance. Javelins would actually probably be the best because they actually stick in. They have a point.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Weird. All right.
So I should hand out javelins to everybody as walking sticks.
Thank you.
Which javelins are these?
Just regular javelins.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, I'd say with the javelins, you have advantage, but bear in mind, one of your hands is used by this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, this is better than nothing for now.
I will point out Irilyssa does not take a javelin.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay. I'm just pointing it out.
So are you still roped together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, we're trying to make it safe, so if one of us does go careening off, the rest of the group can pull him back.
Because we
And
can't
we're
be
just
sure that
going slow.
we can't be sure that the whole cave is flat. And I've been in a case where I was standing and just involuntarily sliding off in a direction, getting into the road.
Happens
And
so easily.
It is not fun.
Nope.
Okay. I can see 2 ways. A way to go left and a way to go straight forward. Which way do you guys want to go?
Right.
That's a wall.
I know.
That is a wall.
I want to go right. I guess we'll go straight.
Okay.
Okay, so as you descend into the caves themselves, there is a wind that blows from within out. It's not a strong wind, but it's certainly one that you can feel. And the howling wind that blows through these caves sounds like a moaning crone, which is bone-chilling enough to deter most would-be explorers. The wind blows out any candles and other small flames, but is otherwise harmless.
Creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Good thing we're not using candles here.
The caves in this place are actually bigger than most cave tunnels would be, with the tunnels themselves being about 30 feet high.
Oh, wow.
So
We'll be
you have
eroded
quite a lot
by
of
water at some
headspace.
point.
Taco, you don't need to walk around crouched down.
Hooray!
Wow.
Yay, cathedral ceiling caves.
And Elora, neither do you.
Mm. Nice.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's so tall now.
She's
Yeah.
not taco tall.
No, I'm not.
She could be.
Taco tall.
Give her some time. She needs the next upgrade.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
eat more spinach or something.
Get a mega mushroom.
Yeah, more mushrooms. That's right.
Ew.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I'm moving 20 feet at a time.
Okay. I'm moving like 5.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm just keeping within 5 feet of you.
Right.
Zagrax is
Yeah, so
way
we only
back
have
there.
like
Yep.
10 feet between us and before it's taut.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Irilyssa,
Like the looks of this.
you approach a natural stone arch that passes over what looks to have been the river or the inlet, which you can see about 20 feet below. Yeah. And the top of this stone arch seems to be as slippery as everything around you. And the sides are rounded, so
Yeah.
it might actually be more difficult. For you, it's probably fine, but for the others, it will be very tough.
I don't know if we should go this way.
Ah, there's another path back here. What's the issue up there?
It's a stone archway over a river.
Ugh. Yeah.
If one of you were to fall in, it would be death.
I vote no.
I mean, you can
Let's turn around.
give me a... I mean, you have a really good perception. Give me an investigation check regardless. Well, no, actually, never mind. I'm just going to say you can tell. It does look to be frozen solid. Like, there is no movement of water.
Oh.
It is frozen.
Oh, that's fine. Good,
I
good.
mean,
Never mind. It's frozen.
I still vote no.
But is the path still bad?
It's thin and slippery.
I vote yes, because we need to go down that direction, and I point in this direction. That's where the spirit's telling us to go. We
Yeah,
don't
but
need
if-
to go
if-
the other way.
If that spirit was telling us to go into that cave entrance and that just led further in, who knows where that is?
Where we need to
Because-
go.
we don't
that could be
even know.
anywhere.
That could be like
Hell, it could be the thing that lured the fishers somewhere.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
the
what
whole
I'm
thing began a
thinking.
trap.
What? Why would the fishers wander towards a glowing light? We
I
know
don't
that
know.
glowing
Because
light
you-
is trying to
because
help
it's-
us.
I'll tell you why. It's really easy to lose your bearings out on the water. And if it's bad weather out there, you might think it's another boat. You might follow it. You might go somewhere. Before you know, you're lost, and you're at a cave entrance, the only possible place. If you're caught in bad weather, you might take shelter.
Well, either way, that's still what we're looking for. Is where they went missing.
Yeah, I'm guessing this is going to be it. All of this. But you two are leading the way there. You can get solid purchase of the ground there, then keep going. Otherwise, there's another path back here to take.
Let's give this one a try.
All right.
Okay, let's just be careful.
No.
No,
Yes.
that's the
I
Tahko
just
way.
like to know the being careful part made his Irilyssa going splat onto a boulder. So
Don't say that.
I didn't say it.
Yeah. I was
We
not.
just don't
Yeah,
know.
I was just saying. That's right.
All right, Tahko, can you give me an
Yeah, hold
acrobatics
on.
check, please?
Hold on.
As you are stepping out onto this stone archway. It is rounded towards the side, so it would be a lot easier to lose your footing here compared
Yeah.
to the relatively flatness.
Okay, come back here because that's what I was worried
You're-
about.
We
you're
have
on the bridge.
advantage, right? Because of the.
We have something.
'Cause of the-
Yes, I would say you do
javelins.
have advantage with this. That's true.
Good. 13. Much better.
Okay.
Yeah, get back here, Irilyssa, because you're not that far from me. You can't be more than
You got
10
10
feet.
feet of rope between
Yeah.
you. You're stuck. You're stuck with them.
I'm actually going to lay out my blanket and walk over it, and then pick it up behind me, and then lay it out in front, and then walk over it again, so I have a bit more traction by walking on this blanket.
Okay. That's actually a pretty reasonable thing to do. So,
Yeah.
because you've already rolled those, I would say you got a 15, so I'll give you a +2 on that roll.
Nope.
And you are able to cross. It's slow. It's painstaking, especially that moment that you have to stand on the ice itself as you move the blanket from behind you to in front of you. But in time, you are able to make it across safely.
Good.
And I'm immediately having to go behind him because 10 feet.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, Vulwin, acrobatics check, please, with advantage, because you do have your walking stick.
Okay.
Ooh.
25.
Wow.
The surf's up. Cowabunga.
So, you're able to make it easily across. Following
You're actually
behind
slowing me
where
down.
Tahko's heavy footsteps have kind of crunched into the ice, you kind of step into those footprints, and with the extra traction, you're able to just walk across, basically, without any issue, and, yeah, no problem.
That's entertaining.
glad I'm helping.
Oops. Yeah.
Alright.
Elora, acrobatics, please.
He's just
Right.
gonna be following along. Oh god, okay.
Nice.
Elora's just like walking on her hands.
No!
Having seen what Vulwin was doing and stepping in the heavy footprints from the Goliath, you do the same thing. You know that those foot spaces were pretty safe. You follow exactly what Vulwin was doing, and you're also able to make it across just fine.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She would literally just mimic Vulwin.
Everyone can move forwards until Zagrax is at the edge.
Yeah, let's get off this bridge before Zagrax gets on it quick.
Whoa!
Unless you're bunching together, I don't know how you're doing this.
Nah, we have 10 feet of rope between each of us, so like we're literally like have one space between us if we're trying to keep it completely taut,
Yeah.
just in case. So I'm waiting to watch the movement.
Cool.
right.
I'm gonna do the same thing that Tahko did and blanket as well.
Okay.
All right.
So here we
Pull 'em
go.
across.
Uh-oh.
Damn it!
Okay.
Oh
Okay.
no.
Hold on, I'm over here. Move up a little bit.
Yep, move
Get
up
under the
one.
bridge.
Everybody move up one more. There we go.
Okay, so
Awesome.
Zagrax, you step out, putting the blanket down, and then you fall over the blanket,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
tripping over a bulge in it. You feel yourself go careening over the edge. Elora, I need you to make a dexterity save, please.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
This is going to be a chain.
Zagrax, no! Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to remove that.
It doesn't matter. You still got one number there.
Okay, so that would not have been with advantage, but that's fine. So yeah, you are able to kind of grab the edge of the bridge and with your arms over one side and your legs over the other, just pinning yourself there like an anchor. But Zagrax, you still go careening over the edge and slam into the ice. Oh no, you don't slam into it. You are now
Yeah.
dangling 10 feet down, being held up by
Zagrax.
Elora.
Zagrax, you're so heavy.
God, I made an oopsie.
Laura.
Oh.
Damn it! Like you see Vulwin like trying to reach over for like the side of this like cave ledge right there at the same time as realizing the rope is getting completely taut.
Yeah, so Elora is slowly slipping down. She's got a decent anchor for the moment, but you do need to do something.
Zagrax, use your
Tahko, Irilyssa, give me a hand.
use your blinking ability and just blink back up here.
I need to see where I'm going. I can't see up there.
Oh my god.
That's true.
Hey, grab onto me now, otherwise I'm slipping down too with all of them.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm anchoring. Yeah.
I
Well,
think
you're anchoring, but we have like 10 feet of rope, but it's also like it's taut, but like we should try to pull everybody up.
reach
Yeah,
for
I mean-
my hand or my arm.
I
mean-
can't move from where I'm at, otherwise you're going over.
Okay.
It's true. If I actually like step back to try to get you,
It's true. She's
the
just
rope's actually
trying
helping
to
hold
hold
you
as
up.
stable as she can.
Honestly, you should just go up here, Vulwin.
well, yeah. So if I can move, but like this is still like taut.
Yeah, that's
Rope's still
good.
taut. Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. But like, we still gotta get them up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the
Um,
best I can do is try to brace where I'm at here, and if anybody's helping me brace it, or wants to go over and help pick them up.
I mean, I'm the next line of defense after you fall, so
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know
true.
what to tell you. I'm not going to be running up and helping him, so
Okay, Tahko, you need to go here.
all right.
And then I'll move up. No, I
That's
can't
fine.
move.
And I'm gonna
Yeah.
help try and pull Elora back up with Zagrax.
Are there any stalagmites that I can wrap the rope around?
No.
Over tonight.
Okay, worth a try.
Yeah, spider climb up to the ceiling and just ramp around.
Yeah.
it.
Your head goes back, does 180.
Okay. I'm gonna try and pull Zagrax, I guess, back up.
Make a... How much can you lift?
I have a strength of 14.
That's what times
not bad.
15. And how much do you weigh with all of your equipment right now, Zagrax?
Good thing it wasn't you.
You chunky boy.
Description. Yeah, okay. And then inventory. Yeah, about math. 400 pounds.
Yeah, that's about right. I can probably assist.
Yeah, that's
I
why
can probably
Elora's
assist,
yelling, "Oh my
yeah.
god, you're so heavy!"
It's true, and it'd be the two of them together lifting him. So
Yeah.
Elora doesn't weigh that much, but yeah.
yeah, but you got that 18 strength, right?
No, that's I have an
Course,
18 con.
Okay, so you can actually lift a bit more in this than I thought, but you are like at the very limit of what you can do here. So go ahead and roll me a athletics check.
Athletic.
Straight up athletics.
Man, if I
Oh,
could do that,
boy.
that would be nice.
What's lifting in this one?
mean,
It's
5e?
30 times your strength.
Oh,
15.
jeez.
Nice.
15. Okay, so pinning yourself in place, your shoes giving you really good grip on the ground here. You start foot by foot grabbing the rope and slowly hoisting Zagrax up. Every foot you make feels like the last you can manage. But eventually you get the 10 feet, and Zagrax, you're able to reach the ice bridge above. You put a hand on it. Give me a dex save.
Swear to God!
Ah!
And clawing in with your dragonborn claws, you're able to actually mark a score in the hard icy stone. Get a grip from that, bring up your second hand, do the same thing, and then slowly but surely haul yourself up with Irilyssa's assistance, pulling out the rope at the same time. And eventually you fall pretty much on top of Elora.
Ugh.
Thanks.
Irilyssa strong.
Thank you, Irilyssa. Get off of me.
He'll like roll off slowly.
Rolls off the edge.
I was going to say, deck save. But you said slowly, so
No.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. And then, yeah, he's just literally going to be crawling on all fours across at this point.
Honestly, just sit on the ice and we'll pull you.
Mhm.
We should be able to get enough traction over here. We can just pull you across it.
Yeah, I feel like the crawling with that is perfect.
Also, I totally dropped the javelin and the torch onto the ground, onto the river below.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Oh well. No big loss.
So
is
there
what
is
it
a
is.
torch now down there spluttering against the ice.
Ugh.
I'm gonna grab Elora's hand and just kind of guide her the rest of the way.
Thank you.
And
If I
Zagrax is
had
just going to kind
this-
of like slowly move just to keep the as little as he can to keep the rope. We'll grab his blanket first and then keep
Yeah.
going.
Vulwin, come on. Let's keep that tension.
Yep.
Okay, so you
there's,
pull
there's definitely a lot of tension.
Zagrax across,
Yeah.
eventually making it to the cave beyond. And this is
Quick
the first
question.
Yeah.
How far down was the river from here?
20 foot.
Oh, that's not bad.
500 feet.
So you're about halfway.
Yeah.
That's not as bad as I thought.
It still would have been annoying.
Oh yeah, but
So as you enter this cave, the walls or the ceiling billows outwards like a dome, rising from the 30 feet, which is the usual cave tunnels, to this chamber, which is about 50 feet high. And around you, you see some stuff.
Yeah, stuff. I like stuff.
woo!
This
That's
cave
cool.
contains an abandoned campsite.
Oh.
Ooh,
Ooh,
Nice.
abandoned.
wonderful.
That's some quality stuff.
Do they have
Yeah.
anything to make shoes that are grippy?
Do they have shoes that are grippy?
Zagrax,
Also the question.
investigation
Yes.
check, please, as you are searching around.
Zagrax is like, ooh,
Nice.
goodies, and unties himself and runs in.
You did a good
It's
job.
close.
You see that there is a bedroll, and after your harrowing experiences from a moment ago, you decide to just lie back for a moment and let your strained nerves relax for just a second. This feels good. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm
It
in
looks like
tandem
there's-
with Tahko. So
Looks
Yeah.
like there's
Irilissa's in front.
papers
Mhm.
on the ground here, so I kind of want to look through those.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
16.
Much better.
16, okay. You do indeed find a packet of papers which are wrapped in a waxwork binding, which is why they're still good. And the papers have a couple. It's a journal of sorts from a person who's been exploring these caves and musing about what was inside and what it was all about. And I just realised there was supposed to be sound playing during all of this, and there wasn't.
Okay.
Where's me?
All we
sound
could hear
gone?
was the our heartbeat in like our ears.
Yeah, basically.
Right.
So a couple of passages stick out from your quick glancing through. These caves are sacred to the frost giants. The carvings on the walls suggest the giants come here to drown themselves. Did they use the hot spring as a sacrificial pool? The wind truly sounds like a wailing woman. One could easily go mad in this place. And then a little bit further on, towards the end. I think there's someone living in these caves. Shortly after discovering the hot spring, I heard what sounded like a granny singing. The song ended with a shrill laugh. Dread sunk its teeth in me. Ye gods, that horrible cackle! I shall leave these caves in the morning and never return.
Can I do like a general intelligence check to see if I know what this could be referring to?
Sure. With advantage.
Advantage, intelligence. 15.
Okay, so you definitely know that there are fables of women who live alone in isolated places, usually on the outskirts of villages known as hags. The stories around them are usually bad. In some cases, some of the stories say they can be a benefit. They can provide herbal remedies and assistance and kinds of medical knowledge which would otherwise be missing from a typical peasant's life. Other stories are that they eat children and they prey on the needy and the desperate, that they feed ravenously upon man's flesh. Mostly children, though. They just really like eating children.
Not the babies.
They're just, you know, tender.
Irilyssa is gonna slowly just kind of I think I know what happened to the fishermen.
What happened to them?
The journal writes of hearing a grandmother sing, and when I was, my mother used to tell me stories of hags. I'd always thought that they were kind of not real, but she was exaggerating, I thought. But
Mhm.
Yeah, I've heard people called that before.
I think we might be dealing with a hag.
Great.
Oh?
Yeah. Apparently there's hot springs somewhere around here too.
Well, that sounds
Oh.
nice.
That sounds great.
But also a hag.
Well,
Yeah.
But I mean,
Hot springs. Can we both say that?
Yeah.
We're like,
Wait, hot
I can
springs?
relax.
I mean,
Yeah.
clearly the hag shows well.
I could use a bath.
Same. All right. So hag, which is clearly the cause of people getting eaten,
I mean, it could just be Zagrax's mom.
Hmm.
I would say
So-
rude, but it's probably
Oh,
true.
I mean, hag
that's why.
clearly eating people.
That's why the spirit in the inn said they went into the pot, right?
Yes,
Then
that's
it
what I
makes
was
sense
referring
now.
to. That's what.
Okay, then.
All right, but how does what would be called a hag have anything to do with pots and pans?
I don't know, but if an old lady offers you any pastries, don't eat them.
Sound
There was
advice?
this old lady who would offer me pastries in Bryn Shander, and they were great.
Mm-hmm. I meant here
Yeah.
because
Oh.
they're likely made out of people.
Oh.
Well, I mean, any kind of food made out of people here because they went in the pot.
Oh.
Okay, so this hag it made food out of the fishermen.
Yeah. I guess she got tired of catching fish and started catching men.
Arguably easier.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we have to take care of them. Her. It.
Yeah.
The hag.
I guess she's a fisher of men.
Vulwin like shoots you a look like. Really? You're struggling to get over an ice ledge, and you're gonna make a joke right now.
Yeah, why not? I mean, we're all still alive. I mean, the fishermen aren't. But
Tahko!
Yeah, but
Well-
only one of us here is a fisherman as well.
yeah, I know. But
You saying that you know doesn't make it better, Tahko. That makes
Well-
it worse.
it's very, very grim, and having a sense of humor about these things keeps you from going insane. And with that constant howling in the background, I'm just doing what I can at this point. Now that I know that they've been eaten by another person, that's worse than the wolves.
Yeah.
It's honestly about the same.
Is this a bonfire thing?
It's the remnants of campfire, yes.
Okay.
Did you want to build a fire, Elora?
No, I was just asking the man in the sky if that was a bonfire or not.
Oh, great disembodied voice! What is this thing over here?
I was just making sure that's what I was seeing.
Irylyssa's like, you can see that too? Like,
Doth,
I
can
made
you
that call.
inform me what this thing over here
I thought his name
is?
was Irilyssa.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
Right? I was just talking to Idwash, don't worry about it.
It is quite clearly a bonfire.
Yeah, right.
Joe Edwash, what's that pile of wood? What's going on over there? All right. Well, we gotta head back. Doesn't look like there's any other way out of this room other than back across.
Right.
Oh, great. Well, I'm keeping this bedroll.
Fine.
It's really
You-
big.
Yeah, it's surprisingly big. The
It's
The
like
squares
15
in
feet
this.
long.
Yeah, the squares in this map are messed up. It's one of those where each square is supposed to be 10 feet instead of 5 feet, so it's divided down in half.
Aww.
But the bedrolls are still twice the size.
I was hoping it'd be like
It's a very
one
big.
that like would be like extremely big even for Tahko, like
Goliath size.
like a super cuddly one.
So I will mention that the text that Irilyssa read was in Dwarvish, and that bedroll is dwarven sized.
So
Oh.
it's extra small.
It's not nearly as big, yeah.
So it's a boot.
No, it's a halfling, but close.
I'll still keep it for material.
It's a knee-high boot.
I'm gonna empty it out to see if there's anything hidden inside. Just kind of take it and shake it.
Dwarf.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Dwarf it
To
just
see
comes
if-
rolling out.
to see if gravity affects the investigation.
It's me,
Yeah.
Mario.
Investigation 8. Yeah, I guess nothing falls out.
Nothing falls out.
Well, Zagrax was laying on it, so whatever it is, now just stuck in there.
Yeah.
I really like the idea that like you go to use it later and like the dwarf is still in there, the dead dwarf, and it's like, why didn't that fall out earlier? Well, you rolled poorly.
Didn't shake it good enough.
Yeah, I didn't. Gravity didn't affect it.
You didn't shake it all about well enough.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get out of this room and get back
You've
across. this
forsaken
bridge.
the circle
Yeah, let's go back across.
ritual.
All right. To the other fork in the road.
Carry on.
Hey.
Honestly, why don't we just take the river south or down? It's the direction we need to go.
Could.
It's only a 20-foot drop, right?
But how solid is the river?
Exactly. We don't know that.
And you're
If they
really
Have
heavy,
a torch
Tahko.
on it now.
Yeah, you think this hag is just traveling across the river in here? I mean, I suppose it could be a thing, but
Well, there's a
maybe we
torch
should
down
check
there.
maybe we should check the upper path first.
You look down and see if you can see any tracks on the ice.
Get moving.
Okay.
Tracks on ice.
Roll me perception.
Tracks on ice.
No. I mean, honestly, this would be an investigation. Roll me an investigation check.
Yeah.
Sure. Who's doing
Hey.
it? Okay.
Wow.
Okay, so it seems to be solid ice, and you don't tend to get track impressions on solid ice. However, what you do notice is fairly regular, heavy scratches on the ice. Probably every 7 or 8 feet.
And I can also see another pathway down here.
Right, so I'm not sure of what you can see right now. Can you see a light coming from the north? If you step out one more, you may be able to see it.
It's hard for her because she's got
Yeah, I've
I'll
got
allow it.
crazy vision.
forever eyes.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can see that there is a light coming from the northern side of the river. And there's also a light coming from directly below, although it is currently sputtering quite heavily.
Honestly, if it fell on its side, it might just burn the torch even faster.
Yeah.
So yeah, what say you? It looks like something's been scratching on the ground down there.
Wow.
Actually, no, you saw that, not I.
Yeah.
But maybe I saw that. I'll do
No,
it.
that was Irilyssa.
Oh, yeah. And I
Better
saw
go.
it too.
I mean, if you go out that way, then yes, you can see that there are indeed some fairly hefty scratches upon the surface of the ice every 7 feet or so. 7 or
Okay.
8.
Well, something's been traveling down this way.
Okay.
I don't see it, but which way are the scratches going?
They're scratches.
like-
It's hard to say.
That's hard to tell.
Oh, that's fair. No, I guess I mean more like, are they parallel with the river or are they perpendicular to the river?
Parallel. Running with.
Okay. Okie doke. Slightly less scary, but still scary.
Also, how do we get down to the river?
20 feet.
Well,
Well,
I'll lower everybody down one at a time, and then I guess I'll dangle off the edge and then let go because I'm tallest, so it shouldn't be that far of a drop for me. Maybe 10 feet
Ah.
top.
do we want to check out that other route before we got out here, or
I mean, no, I kind of don't want to go across this bridge again.
Okay, well,
fine?
stay there and I'll run over there and check it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, so you're going the north passage then, Irilyssa.
You're
Yes,
going
I'm just
alone?
gonna-
Okay, I'll just say what you see just to save us a bit of time. So the first chamber that appears in the immediate north, in fact, I will drag you around as soon as I'm on the right layer. So there's this room here,
Speed racer.
which seems to
A whole
just
lot of
be
weapons.
large columns of some kind of mineral deposit that run from the ceiling to the ground. Otherwise, there doesn't seem to be that much of interest in this chamber. And then we got this chamber up here, which is a little bit more interesting.
Oh boy.
This cave has ancient stick figure drawings carved into its northern wall. And if you give me an intelligence history check,
Stolen.
Nice.
I ain't know shit about that.
Considering again your background, roll with advantage. It's the benefit of being a scholar.
Fair enough.
Do you want me to just do one more roll, or do you want me to roll with advantage?
No, one more.
Okay. 7.
Even better.
This is
Seems
kind of a
like-
natural one.
Some kind of sticks that possibly of people that lean towards a body of water, or maybe a pot, or maybe a bowl, or is that a boat? Might be a boat. I'm not sure.
Can I use what I've read with the journal to kind of help me understand what's going on here?
I mean, that's basically what those 2 history checks were.
Okay. Okay. Because
I mean, with what I've told you and what you've read, you might be able to piece things together.
yes.
So I'll just quickly move you around just so you can see where you've come. So there is another passage north. You poke your head out there. That's the northernmost cave entrance. I'm just going all the way down. That's the passage with the columns. You just come down here, and you go around the side, along here, and then... Oh, hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
Hi. Welcome back.
So,
Yeah, what'd you find?
I don't think we should go into the hot spring,
Why?
because I think it's a cauldron.
Oh.
Oh,
Because
Did you tell
the
us about the
journal-
whole...
I told you I was... well, I didn't say this. She would have been reading the journal out loud, translating
Oh,
it to
okay.
you.
Okay.
That's funny.
oh, that's probably so
Yeah.
hot that you make soup out of people in it.
Yeah,
Yes.
so I mean, mentioned something about Goliath sacrificing themselves, so, you
It
know.
was too good to be
No,
true.
No, it's giants sacrificing themselves, not Goliath.
Oh,
Close.
I
But
misheard.
So
distinct cultural difference.
there was also a drawing showing stick figures going into the water in one of the caverns up there, but not much else.
Shame I missed the art. All right, who wants to get lower down first?
I guess-
Me.
All right,
Yay!
so I'll
s-
collect.
Just because I want to expedite this a little bit, each of you give me an acrobatics check with advantage, because I know you're doing the right checks and care.
Okay.
Good, good,
I nailed it. I just jumped down, just roll.
good. Good.
Yeah,
And
me too.
no, not Zagrax, who's left? Tahko.
I passed. Suck it.
Yeah, I'll dangle off the edge and then let go to fall.
Slam
Okay.
dunk.
What is it? Acrobatics still?
Yeah, still acrobatics with advantage.
All right. 20.
Yay!
So each of you managed to lower yourselves down. You are now on the ice below. And like I said, there is a light that emanates from the northern passage.
Screw that. We're heading south.
Uh,
Well,
Alright.
is the spirit around?
You just see a light from the northern passage.
Oh, that is the
Yeah.
light. Okay, I thought it was a
Look,
different kind of
yeah.
light.
No.
All right.
No.
if there's a
Tahko.
hag in here,
Yeah.
The spirit wasn't even at the cave entrance that we went into.
No, it wasn't there.
I know. It was at the southern entrance,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Look.
So why would we go north?
I don't
yeah,
know.
maybe it'll
is,
find us at this point.
Is the glow up north similar to the glow that we were following here?
Yes.
Or is it? Yes?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
We're in a damn dark cave, and there's a light in a cave. It's probably a good idea to check it out. If it's the hag, then that's what we got to get rid of.
All right, let's go. Is this
I'm gonna pick up.
is
My,
this ridiculously slippery here as well?
So this would definitely count as
Yeah.
difficult terrain, so this is half movement. Or you
Awesome.
take an
All right.
acrobatics
I'm
check.
too slow.
But I'm going to say again, because I just want to move things along so we get to the end of this bit, you're able to make your way around.
Okay.
Eh.
And we're not tied together anymore.
Oh,
No,
You
we're all
can
just
be if
slip
you
and
want,
slide.
but you
There's
can
no,
basically
we're
make
at the
it
lowest
to
point. There's
here.
nowhere else to fall. To here? Okay.
And at that point, I will need to do some stuff.
Should have brought some ice skates.
True.
Yeah.
that'd be kind of cool.
And none of us know how to skate, so it would be just very, very
You'd get like
terrible.
double movement, but you'd be taking acrobatics checks every turn.
Yeah.
I want to roll to do a triple axel.
Ooh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, if you've never skated before, you're not getting double movement. You're getting one step at a time. Until you
It's
figure
so
it out.
true.
All right, so
You didn't know? Somebody
Just
who's
gonna
got
move
a
you to here.
background skill?
so you can see what I'm talking about.
Oh,
Wait, are we still moving forward? I thought we were holding still.
Yeah, I told
Oh,
you to
you
hold,
moved
so I'm
up.
just going to move you to here
You
so
got
you can see
moved.
what you're seeing.
Okay.
So before you, the cavern expands outwards once more, and there seems to be something of a lake before you. Then I am going to say a few things. So this is very much personal information. The rest of you would not know this. So in fact, I'm going to send it to the relevant people.
Okay.
/W.
Ooh.
You could just pull us into another channel too if you want.
Yeah, but there's several bits of information I need to send out.
Oh, okay. We have secret information. We might know
Secret
things
stuff.
other people don't.
Oh yeah, secret. Okay, secret stuff has been sent. If you didn't get any secret stuff, sorry.
That's okay.
Chat is relevant. Chat should know. No, chat. You'll have to figure it out with the rest of us.
Yep.
You're just along for the ride.
Yep.
Just don't bet on Zagrax.
Yeah. This is I don't know much about this place, but the air is clean here.
Okay. Oh, what?
Oh, wait, sorry. Did you miss what I said?
You said the air is clear?
Yeah, the air is really clear here. It's
Is that-
it's clean. It's very fresh.
I mean, that's a good thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah. It's like a cold winter morning.
Every morning.
everybody else.
Wait, what'd you say?
Breath?
That's like every morning.
Well, some mornings you just wake up more refreshed.
Okay.
It's like that.
Sorry, Irilyssa, what were you saying?
It's really cold. Like colder than normal.
Is it actually colder than normal?
There's a light
Seems-
breeze. That's
I mean-
possibly it.
This place is pretty chilly, even for those of you who are used to chilliness. Outside of what you felt so far, though, no difference to you.
I mean, it's cold, sure, but so is the rest of Icewind.
We're also standing on ice.
It's true. And there's the breeze that is coming from deeper inside the cave.
Well, is there a way to get through here without getting wet?
It's still all ice.
Oh, okay.
So yes.
The
In
other
we
thing
go.
I will note for those of you who can see it over on this side of the chamber, there's what looks to be a wooden wall of some kind made with wattle and daub.
With what?
Wattle and daub, it's medieval English building material. It's basically branches with a mud plaster.
Mm-hmm.
Water
Oh,
and
okay.
daub? What a wonderful phrase.
You know?
What-
Needs no worries.
Yeah. You know, this place isn't very foreboding.
Speak for yourself.
Halt. No one move.
I am.
Let's go
Okay.
around the center area. This ice looks different.
And right there, I'm going to have to stop you. Vulwin, we're going to have a word.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
boy.
Oh no!
Okay,
Hello?
so first thing I want to say, chat, this is a private moment. Please do not share it with the other players through chat. You can muse
chat.
about it later on. Consider yourselves notified. Right, where's my notes?
Sorry, what do you got for me?
Okay, so as you step out into the chamber proper, you still feel comfortable. The breeze, which has been brisk around you this whole time, still has that chilly winter's morning, you know, when you've been snug up in bed, you've been quite comfortable, and then you get up and it's just a little bit of a shock to the system, but it's refreshing. It's that burst of life. It's that knowledge that you are alive, and it feels good. The blood pulsing through your veins, everything around you just seems stronger, more enhanced, more proper. And as you step out into the chamber, the ice beneath your feet begins to melt. But not in a way that is alarming. It is not a way that's like, okay, this is going to disappear beneath my feet. It's more like it begins to pool beneath your shoes with the first step you take, and you kind of lift your foot up and it immediately starts to refreeze again.
Oh, that is interesting. Okay, I don't know if I have any idea of what's going on, but the only thing he can draw to is that this is similar to, I guess, the opposite of what he's seen before, where ice is just like, or like water has just turned to ice.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, which he encountered in that cave before. So, whoa. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything I can do to try to figure out exactly what's going on, but he's definitely in like awe of this. Yeah. I think he's just reacting to it as it's happening. It's an oddity. It's something he has no idea about.
Okay. Do you want to reach down, see if you can see anything? Do you want to go further out into the cave? Do you want to go back to your companions?
Yeah, honestly, yeah. He'll even like when this is happening, if he'll even like reach down to like touch the ice and see if like even his like hand touching it like turns it to
Okay.
water.
So as you touch the ice, it immediately starts to melt beneath your touch, and the water is cool but not cold. It doesn't feel like it would be dangerous to go in further, and as you push your hand in a little bit further, you meet a little bit of resistance as the ice beneath your touch melts and becomes this cool, clear water like you would kind of expect to find at a spring.
Okay. Yeah, he would definitely like in awe of this and just kind of like taken it by the moment. He would, walk out further into, past where they're at. I mean, because he's like, there's something about it this is awfully like invigorating. It's like, again, it's that pulse of fully being like alive and in the moment. So he's just gonna kind of like wander into that area.
Okay, you find yourself walking calmly into the cool water to the stage where it actually covers your head. But
Yeah.
you don't feel a sense of danger. You feel actually like you continue to breathe easily. The water around you turning to air as it enters your lungs. And you continue to walk forwards until the light in front of you changes. And you are no longer in a pool of cool, clear water. You are instead standing at the entrance to a familiar cave. The walls icy, while you see outside a heavy snowfall. You realise that this is one of your earliest memories from when you were growing up, resting here with your adopted family after a successful hunt. You hold a hunk of meat in your hands, the heat from it still steaming, calling to you with its promised warmth. Your stomach rumbles and you feel the sudden pang of hunger. Do you take a bite?
As he would have experienced, from back then, yeah, he'll approach it, taking in the sense of this catch, this meat. Something about it is nostalgic. It is like every fiber of his being is like this is food. So he'll approach it closer. He's got his mouth watering. Like this is instinct.
So you lift the hunk of meat to your mouth. It is still bloody, and you bite into the meat deeply, the blood running over your teeth as you do. You savour the metallic bite of the raw meat, and rip into it eagerly, your hunger momentarily satiated. You glance to your side, where the body of a dead farmer still lies, and you smile, your fangs stained red.
Thus is the way of nature. And at that moment too, he kind of stops and kind of pulls the piece of meat like away. This calling of perhaps who he is now. Before he wouldn't have had any thought about this, but now he understands. And he kind of doesn't know what to fully make of it. He knows about society now, but he knows about self-preservation as well.
As the gravity of what you have done, the conflict that's raged within for a while, nature and survival against civilization, as unfamiliar as it is, has its own comfort, the feel of friends around you. Your eyes snap open, the burning sensation in your chest is back once more. You hurriedly start to claw at the water around you and are quickly able to make the surface. Beneath you, you can feel the water grow gloopy as it quickly refreezes once more. And you hear a whisper touch your ear. I see you, Vulwin, my winter child. And your teeth are now stained red. You cannot seem to remove this.
I don't even think I know that.
True. I will point that out to you can point that out to the rest of the party as you emerge once again.
Yeah.
From the ice before them.
Feel free to let them know exactly what they saw happen.
Yeah, I will.
Protection.
Oops, sorry.
You
I
guys
just dragged you back in. Okay, so as you all watch, Vulwin steps out into the ice and he pauses for a moment. Elora, you cry out, "Whoa, Vulwin!" Tahko, you snap, stop! And Zagrax goes, "Whoa, what are you all, Vulwin reaches down, touching the water, or touching the ice, and at his touch, it seems to melt, to turn into water. And before any of you can call out or even reach out or grab his attention in any way, Vulwin steps boldly closer into the lake, stepping in, the ice rapidly melting as he does so, reaching up above his knees, above his thighs, chest even, and eventually he disappears entirely into the pool.
What?
He is missing for a short time. The ice above his head refreezing, and all sign of his passage seeming to disappear.
Excuse me?
No. This was like when Irilyssa killed herself at the other pool before.
Yeah, you distinctly remember the other pool too. That stuff turned to ice in Vulwin's touch, or when stepping on it.
Yeah. You're gone. No.
That's true.
What are the rest of
I'm
you
going
doing?
right now. Have fun.
I'm going to stay on the outside and
where
go
he
around
is.
this way.
Okay, Tahko, stop there for a moment. The rest of you,
Okay.
we'll speak in a moment. Tahko, let's go and have a word.
Oh,
Okay, so chat again. This is a personal moment of character stuff. Let's not talk about what you hear here.
oh my goodness! I was just telling the others, like, yeah, I saw it as a secret, an ancient place, but I didn't get all like hypnotized over it, and now I'm getting all hypnotized over it. At least I'm worried I am.
So
Okay.
it's strange. As you walk around the edge of the cavern, you can still look over towards the space where you saw your friend Vulwin disappear into the water just a moment ago. And worried that you're going to bump into one of the walls, you look to your side, put a hand out, and instead of touching cold granite, it's instead a bookcase. And feeling a little confused, you look around again, but now the floor beneath your feet, it's granite. It's hard stone. And the walls around you are themselves more bookcases, each bulging with ancient tomes. Between these bookcases interspaced are tables on which objects and artifacts stand, none of which you understand or even know their purpose. There is a window at the far end of the room looking out, and you feel the impulse to go over and look out of it.
Okay. Is that just a given, or do
I
get
mean,
a
you
save,
can try to
or-
resist, but
Heck yeah, I'm going to resist. Is that a will check?
that is a will check, yes. Will save.
Yeah, I'm not going to mindlessly go on around. Wisdom, then?
Yeah, wisdom save.
Same here. Heck yeah, I get bonuses to that.
That is a fail, and you feel yourself inexorably drawn to the window. And you look out. You realise you are high up on a tower, and beneath you is a giant labyrinth. As you watch, you see figures moving slowly around it, some young and eager for the challenge, others slow, almost in a daze. You wonder just how long they have been trapped within. You hear the flutter of wings behind you, and you turn to find a slender figure veiled by a cloak of black feathers, her face masked by the guise of a bird. Only her eyes peer back at you, their iris a dark purple, almost black. Just as followers are drawn to their gods, gods too can be drawn to their followers. The hint of memory long faded lingers about you, Tahko, she says. Tell me what you remember.
I'll bow down. It's you. I'll tell her what I remember. What do I remember? Is there anything in particular that comes to mind?
Tell me what you remember.
I was once a dragon. You gave me those visions.
They are not visions, they are memories, long held within.
What is it that you want of me?
I want to unlock what you know. The gift you have been given is a rare one. The chance, perhaps, at a second life, with all the memories you can create as part of this. I am most concerned that you do not lose what you have already experienced.
I see. And thank you for the gift.
So what do you remember of your former life?
I'll tell her what I can remember of my former life. Not that I can remember much.
Okay.
Yeah. You want to fill me in on the details?
I was kind of hoping you would, just to see what connections you made with your character. I think it's far more important that you tell me what connections you've drawn with what's happening.
Okay. I was Stigarius, the white dragon, son of Averanturus. I know that I was killed by what is now my clan, the Wormdune, and I have seen some great spiral-shelled entity in the sky that had, I don't know if it had touched me, and I knew of another dragon that allowed others to ride upon them. It's still all very vague. That's the most I have in notes, actually.
Memories of this type are usually vague. You are peering through a veil which is denied most mortals. It is not a gift that I have bestowed upon you, but it is rather what has drawn me to you. The purpose, or even why this has happened, is one of those mysteries that even the gods themselves do not know.
I know my soul is strong. I believe that I did not die when I should have, which is likely why I've returned.
Do you feel that there is perhaps something drawing you back? Something undone? Incomplete, perhaps?
Well, yes. My life. I want to live as a dragon again.
And what exactly is it about the dragon's life that calls you so? Is it their abilities, that they can fly? Is it that they have a keen memory and can remember all that has occurred to them in the past? Is it perhaps the power and the fear that they imbue over others? Or something else?
I'm going to really focus and try and remember if there is anything in particular that has a dragon focused. But if I can't come within, like, oh, I had this thing, then I'm going to probably settle on the power.
Okay. The power...
The raw power and the freedom of being a dragon.
There is little quite alluring as power, and certainly the most potent beings that live throughout Faerun would be dragons. But with that power comes great danger. Others are always seeking to take it from you, to seize it for themselves and to call themselves powerful for that which they have killed. Perhaps it is that purpose which has fueled the Wormdune clan to do what they did so long ago.
Yes. Yes, I think you're right.
And what path do you mean to follow now?
I plan to defeat the plans of Auril and return this land to spring and to summer. Not as a seeking of power, but simply of survival.
Icewind certainly does yearn for the memory of past seasons now lost to it. There are many memories still trapped, awaiting rediscovery throughout Icewind. The machinations of another god do not particularly interest me, but the trappings of power and of those who have preceded us do. See what you can find.
Very well. I'll do my best. Thank you.
And with that, the vision fades. You find yourself once more in the cold cavern. Strangely, Vulwin seems to have risen back out of the pond while you were askance in this other realm, whatever or wherever it may have been.
Okay.
All
All right.
I'm going to move us back.
Okie doke.
So, we're back. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
welcome back.
Hi.
So,
that's
no,
how
I don't
how
like that
Don't
coy
say it like
little.
that.
Tahko, that's how I felt when I came back.
What is this seductive high?
so Tahko calling out that he's going to go around the cavern to see if he can get a better angle to get at Vulwin, moves around the side of the cavern and then just stops. And like Vulwin, he moves away from the side of the cavern and starts to walk across the pond, but instead of disappearing within its depths, as Vulwin had done, he instead stands roughly where Vulwin had descended and just looks out into the distance.
Hey. Tahko.
Wait, now he's being. What is going on?
I guess Irilyssa is gonna go out there and just try and shake Tahko.
Whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
Irilyssa, give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh, good. I'm great at these.
So was I.
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
Wow.
As you go further out onto the lake, with every step the light around you dims. And as you draw closer to Tahko and to where Vulwin descended, you find yourself blind, unable to see.
Oh my.
She's just going to close her eyes and grab her symbol of saloon. And out loud, she's going to say, "Please, just guide me." And I guess she's going to try and reach out for Tahko again.
You reach out where you think that Tahko was, but you feel nothing, just emptiness.
Going to try and listen.
Okay, let's have a word.
Oh no, my name!
Everyone's a cutscene.
Okay, so chat, this is, again, just between myself and the character. Please do, or the player rather. Please don't comment on this stuff in chat so other people can see it. So, yes, you are standing in the centre of this pond. The icy cold really starting to seep in and penetrate you that in ways that you had not felt before from cold. The darkness is imposing and terrifying. You reach around, hoping to grab Tahko, to pull him away, to pull him to safety, but there is nothing.
She's just gonna grab tighter onto her holy symbol and I think, "Saloon, protect me."
Okay. You stand there, holy symbol in hand, praying wildly to Saloon. You feel nothing return. In fact, as you stand there, the loneliness extends, it grows stronger, the feeling that you are completely abandoned in this space begins to feel overwhelming.
She starts to have doubts, and then she kind of remembers everything that she went through. And it just feels her to be steadfast and to be the light in the dark.
Okay, so you're just staying where you are.
She's going to actually use her other third level spell and cast Full Moon.
Okay, you cast Full Moon. Still dark.
Oh, sorry, I did not mean to get that. They're going to be so confused.
They're going to be incredibly confused. It's amazing.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna. Man.
So you're just going to stand there for the time being? I'll see what the others are doing in response.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright,
well,
we're back. And I think that leaves 2 others, which I'm going to drag into the channel with me now. So,
Oh!
Elora and Zagrax.
They are going in together.
Alright, it's just us,
Oh.
and your companions are behaving weirdly. But before we get too into this, again, chat, this is just between myself and the players. Please do not spread any word. So, first of all, Vulwin touches the surface of the pond, and then despite your calling out to him, rapidly descends within the depths. Tahko, seeing the possible plight of his friend, strikes out around the side of the cavern trying to find a better place from which to assist. And he pauses, then turns towards where Vulwin had disappeared and just walks out onto the ice, nonplussed, his eyes focused on something in the distance ahead of him, and then he just stops. Irilyssa, meanwhile, herself, worried about what's happening to Tahko and to Vulwin, rushes forwards and then starts to falter. She claws at her eye and then starts walking unsure in another direction, her hand touching the holy symbol of Saloon that she keeps around her neck, and then she just stops completely.
Mm-hmm.
She calls out, "Saloon, show me your light!" And above, illuminating the whole place, BAM! Is that full moon spell, illuminating the cavern like it's probably never been illuminated before. Light startling your eyes from the previous dimness of this place. But she stays frozen in place, standing, looking around wildly, her eyes seemingly unseeing. What are you two doing?
First off, I want to cast Detect Thoughts on Tahko. And I'm going to do like full probe because I don't care if he knows that I'm doing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, he's my friend, right?
Yep. Okay.
theory.
Zagrax, I'm going to have a word with Elora, so I'll drag you back in a second.
Oh, wonderful.
Alright, so it's just you and me. I need to remember what on earth this spell does. Don't put it
You
into
want me
chat,
to
otherwise
put-
everyone will
okay.
see it. No.
You're right.
Alright, let's have a look. Do. Surface thoughts,
can-
probe deeper. Target must make a wisdom save, you'll fail that. Gain insight into the reasoning of its emotional state. So at the moment, Tahko is in a state of deep reverence.
Okay.
He feels tense, he feels unsure, but also deeply excited. An emotion that you don't necessarily associate with Tahko, usually gruff and reserved, but this is quite something, and the intensity of that emotion is almost overwhelming.
Okay. Is there anything particular that's on his mind? It says like such as something it worries over, loves, or hates. That's the second part of it.
Sorry, I'm reading that. Where's that bit? Spell detect thoughts.
You gain insight on its reasoning, if any, its emotional state, and something that looms large in its mind, such as something it worries over, loves, or hates.
Deep sense of love. And the only image that you get in your mind is that of a raven.
Okay. Okay.
But it's not so much love, it's adore, adulate.
Yeah.
But also be somewhat intimidated, fearful of, but it's mostly the adulation.
Alright. And then I saw what happened with Irilyssa. Okay. I can talk to Zagrax now.
Okay.
If you want me to.
Yeah, I'll bring him back. Alright, Zagrax, you're back. Welcome.
Hey, Zagrax.
You totally didn't pull me in the middle of conversation.
Sorry.
Right.
Not sorry.
Kidding, no.
Sorry, Zagrax.
Secrets! Tell me all of
Elora
it.
will turn to you, and she's going to say, I think something is captivating them, or whatever is out there is making their gods speak to them? Because I just looked into Tahko's mind, and he's, like, really reverent about Raven. You know, goddess is Raven Queen, right? And Irilyssa is covered in light, but she's like lost. I feel like they might be charmed? I don't know.
If
I don't know about
they're
Vulwin though.
that one, yeah. So if they're communicating with their gods, then do we stop them?
I don't know. Well, if you don't have a god, what would happen? Would what happened to Vulwin happen?
I don't know. We could try, I guess.
Can I see Vulwin?
No, Volun's disappeared completely.
Okay. Well, I can't do anything about that then. I don't know. Maybe I can smack him out of it? Can I try using Mind Sliver on Tahko?
Sure.
See, it might jostle his brain. We'll see. A disorienting spike of psychic energy.
So you reach into Tahko's mind with this disorienting spike of energy, and instead fill your own mind with a spike of disorientating energy reflected right back at you.
Okay. Elora will step back and hold her head and be like, "That didn't work."
Are you okay?
I'm okay. I was trying to jostle their brain, or Tahko's brain, but that's not gonna happen.
And
Well,
you do take the damage from that too.
Oh, I should probably roll that then.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're immune to it, my idea is not gonna work. I was gonna try command on one of them and have them walk back this way, but
You can try.
at the rate of that, I'm just gonna walk out in the middle of it.
That's true.
So we'll leave that as a last ditch effort if
Well,
I can't think of anything else.
Maybe. This is one thing I didn't think of. And Elora will cast Detect Magic on the area.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah, she has this like as one of her Idawash abilities, I think, because it's an Eldritch invocation. So
Yeah. So
Am I gonna get yeeted again?
no,
I hope not.
there is no feeling of arcane energies. You do get the feeling of a presence of some other kind, or possibly even multiple presences in this area, but nothing that you can identify, except a feeling of intense cold washes over you. So much so that you take 6 points of cold damage
Oh, wow. Okay.
from the effect. The other thing I will say is that the wall at the other end of this pond lights up like a frickin' Christmas tree. It is super magical. And that thing is illusion.
Oh, it's not. Oh. Zagrax, that wall over there. Wow, you probably can't see it. There's a wall over there. It's magical. It's not
You're
real.
correct. I can't see the wall, but an illusionary wall. This place just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
I'm gonna walk over here. Any ideas? Or I'm gonna do something silly.
Hold.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Divine Sense. It's only 60 feet, but still.
There is a very, very strong feeling of celestial energy in this chamber.
Like, more so than I've probably felt ever.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
The difficulty you have is, while you can intensely feel a cold, domineering presence, which you can kind of feel lingering throughout Icewind Dale anyway, just kind of as a passive sense. That is incredibly intensive here, but there's also a presence of other celestial entities that you struggle to identify. It's like you're looking at a radar, but they're blocked out by the massive presence of something else.
Gotcha.
Well, there's definitely the feeling of whirl in here, that's for certain, but definitely picking up on the vibes of multiple different celestial beings, which I guess makes sense if both Tahko and Irilyssa are communing with their gods currently.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But why?
I'm the one who's the least, well, probably me and Vulwin are the least likely to know anything about magic and arcane, and unfortunately both of our religious ones have wandered out and are the ones trapped.
And with this, Vulwin, his head appears above this growing pool of water in the center of this pond, and within seconds he's fully out of the water, blinking and looking around him. And I'm going to bring Vulwin in. Okay, so Vulwin, you have just emerged from the pond. The other two are still apparently incapacitated or otherwise engaged. But Elora and Vulwin are there, kind of just staring at you guys.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Vulwin!
walk past them, as they're right there because I'm coming up like out of the water. What?
Are you okay? Come here.
Yeah, I think I'm fine. I don't really know what that was. And he walks up to you, and as he's talking, you can see that his mouth is entirely, like, his teeth are entirely blood red.
And you are also holding in your hand something white.
Oh.
That is.
I was gonna say, as
stained
Vulwin's
to the red.
walking
even notice.
closer, I'm gonna pull Elora back and put her behind me.
Oh, that's cute.
What?
What happened down there? You're holding something, and your teeth are very red.
He'll with whatever hand he's not holding something with, reach up to his mouth and rub his hands in his mouth and pull him away. Is there anything on his hands, or is it just?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
What do you mean? And he's gonna recognize that I guess he has something in his hand, and
Yes.
he's gonna look at it.
And I just sent you the detail of what it is.
Oh.
Did
But
you?
it's a large tooth.
I didn't get any details sent to me.
Yeah, I don't know what's not sending. It didn't come up with the player
Did it
column.
go to somebody else?
In player's journal.
It's
Vulwin.
not me.
No, it should be. Try refresh.
How rude.
Oh, sure. Let me. Well, if I refresh, maybe. Here, I don't see anything in chat, so.
I don't know why that's not sent. Oh, refresh as well. May as well.
Okay, that's kind of weird. But
So, how's your day going?
It's going great, right?
I'll bring Tahko in just a second.
Okay, cool. A moment for Roll20 to jump back up. I still do not see anything sent to me. Is it in like?
No, it's not
it in,
appearing
like,
with your
my-
name in it for some reason. Edit.
Oh,
Player's
intriguing.
journal.
Is it an item?
Vulwin. Send.
Is it in my journal? Oh, I see it now.
Oh, you do?
Thank you.
Okay, good.
Ooh,
Doopy.
I should probably read.
And
So
now I'm
let's
going
go-
to bring Tahko back in as well.
Wonderful.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
can you describe what this looks like to people that can
It's-
see it as well? Just
It's a large tooth.
What kind of tooth?
It's a large tooth.
Well, yeah, but is it like a huge,
He
large human
stares-
tooth where it's flat,
actually,
or is it like
you've
a...
seen this? It looks like a Yeti's canine.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's kind of big. Yeah.
Okay.
And you just see him like look down, staring at it while he's like, rubbing the inside of his mouth and like looking back up with you and just like, I have no idea what this is.
Wait,
It's-
does Vulwin look the same?
except for the
I mean, I know
stained
what this
teeth?
is.
Yes, and I'm going to say that
Okay.
the tooth that you're holding is similarly stained red.
Yeah. He's gonna look back down and be like, I know what this is, but
You look
And
like
he's
you ate a
gonna
raw
stop.
steak.
I under the ice of the water, I relived an old memory.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but I'm going to bring Moodkiller back.
Please,
yeah,
that's
fine.
Tahko, you've
I-
just come around. You see Vulwin before you, talking to Elora and Zagrax, something white held in his hand as you come about. Oh, come to.
Okay.
I relived an old memory.
Well, that's weird.
So did your teeth.
What are you holding?
Wait, Tahko?
Yeah.
Oh, you're back?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You were
It's
happy.
this is definitely a tooth of a yeti.
Oh. Sorry.
Well, and he just kind of like drifts.
All right. Okay, everybody, get across this. Oh, get over there. Get over here. Go
No,
over there.
don't. No. That thing's an illusion.
What?
That wall is an
What are you talking
illusion.
about?
Let's go into the illusion wall.
But
What?
why?
Wait.
Hold on. Irilyssa is
Hey.
still incapacitated.
No, Irilissa's not. Irilyssa. So
Okay.
whereas Vulwin disappeared and Tahko just stopped, Irilissa's still like looking around, like she's lost, trying to find something. Her hand held onto the holy symbol that she has around her neck, and above is blaring this full moon entity.
Yeah.
But she
Oh,
seemingly
shit.
can't see.
Well, wait, full moon entity?
Well, you know how the full moon spell
Oh
looked?
yes, yeah.
One of those, like right above her head.
I don't know what's going on, but
All right, I'm going to come
She
up
needs
and
to
I'm going
step out of
to reach a hand out and grab her hand.
Okay,
Oh,
hang on,
I'm
hang
gonna
on, hang
I
on.
will reach out and grab her
Hang on.
shoulder at the same time. Okay.
Irilyssa, from the darkness around you, something reaches for your hand, something reaches for your shoulder. You feel a touch.
Uh-oh. Oh, I was gonna say, did you step away?
No. I'm here.
And sorry, I realised that we're going long. I just wanted to get this done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, yep.
Okay, we're all in
Thank you.
jail too now. Great. We're all on the inside.
Yeah.
I'm going to start.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything.
Okay.
Oh God. She's just gonna keep praying. Saloon.
Okay. Irylyssa's there, motionless. Her lips moving, her head moving around side to side every now and then stopping, and then kind of head bowed, a prayer still being whispered on her lips.
Oh. Come on, Irilyssa, snap out of it.
She doesn't hear you.
How do you give a text directly to somebody?
/W space and then their name and then the text.
It might be easier for you to do it in Discord.
Yeah.
More, do you want us to state our actions at all, or do you not want to give away who's doing what?
Okay. Irilyssa, you feel yourself being pulled. Do you resist?
No.
Okay, Tahko, you're able to pull Irilyssa away from where she's standing. And as you do, your sight begins slowly to come back to you as you are pulled further and further away from the edge of the pond. I'll just move you all as a group like this.
Okay.
And Irilyssa, as your sight returns to you, standing or floating in the middle of this pond, a couple of feet up, is a large projection of the moon. Its rays beaming around the chamber, illuminating everything like this chamber has probably never been illuminated before.
She's just gonna turn to whoever's pulling her.
It's me.
She's just gonna hug you. I thought I was alone.
No, you're all right.
Yeah, Vulwin will remove his hand from your shoulder as you were walking and being pulled.
It was so dark.
It's okay.
Maybe for you.
And Irilyssa is just like crying into your shoulder.
Aw. Aw. Okay, I'll. You can take as long as you need.
Well, now that we're all back, what the hell happened?
It's that dark part of the ice. I think that is the hot spring. That's where the giants would go to have visions.
Oh.
Didn't they also sacrifice themselves?
Well, yeah, that too.
Oh. That scared me.
That's spooky.
Yeah.
And as you pull away from the centre of the chamber, the fogginess that had marred the surface of the ice here becomes crystal clear, and you can clearly see 4 giant skeletons seemingly adrift in this pool. Frozen, locked in time.
I know I'm not the one who normally sees things, but are you seeing that?
No, that's there.
This is what the wolves talked about. Boats encased in ice.
What?
So,
That's why the connection here is so strong.
Yes. I guess.
so you 3 are relatively okay. Did Elora and I go out there or no?
I don't. Well, we have to cross at some point, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking we could just go around to the edge, but let's just take a minute and reflect.
The fog's going.
And at that point, I think we'll probably say, we'll call it for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can muse on what just happened.
Wow. Man, everybody got a hallucination.
Well, you 3 did.
Yeah, and so Irilyssa, just so you know as well, as Vulwin's talking, when you're back too, if you're like looking around at us, his teeth are stained like a blood red. You barely make it out because as he's talking, he's actually trying to like sort of turn his head away from you directly. But you catch it.
Also, when you guys came to, Zagrax is like hiding Elora behind him. She's like
Yeah.
peeking around. Well,
Yeah.
you're tall now, so it's not as much as it would have been beforehand.
No.
But
Yeah, he's also holding like this like white object in his hand.
Yeah, that doesn't look like a Yeti tooth to me. It's a little dead bunny.
Oh no!
it's
You done
not.
petted it too hard.
oh no!
Gee, George.
Oh no.
No, this is definitely.
That was intense.
definitely a two. Oh my god!
No, it was in caves.
I've been planning this for like 5 weeks at this point. It just took you that long to get to the damn cavern.
Gave you
Yeah.
so much time.
Wow.
Oh,
You're welcome.
everything happens in caves.
It really does.
Yeah, you know this.
Yeah. And yeah, Elora didn't want to go out there, but now she's like, God damn it.
Yeah. Next session is gonna be like, we're all friends here, right, Zagrax?
Yeah.
You say with your snaggletooth sticking out.
Be gone, demon! Smack! Just
What am I
straight
to-
baseball bats the hammer into your face.
What I might have failed to do, I won't fail to do anymore. I'm just kidding.
And then he like tries to stab me with the tooth and fails again.
Fucking critical success. No, like,
Anyway,
Oh, somebody's
chat.
shooting off fireworks outside. Nice.
If you guys have any
Yeah.
questions for us, now is your chance. Bearing in mind that the stuff that's happened between the players should stay between the players. So please don't ask us about that stuff. I'm sure the players won't mind if you DM them about things between sessions, but let's keep
my
that
gosh.
stuff private for now.
oh my gosh.
That's hefty. And I don't
Yeah.
even know what happened. Hooray!
So
Yeah,
you can
none
kind of
of
see
us
why I was like,
really-
okay, I'm going to move this along because I really want to get to this before the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful isolation on the different groups experiencing different things. That
Yes.
was great.
I like that you typed in chat, I get secrets now, and like you and I don't really well, I guess Elora has slightly secrets, but we really like
I
still
know.
in the
I'm
dark.
the only one who has no secrets
Yeah.
of any kind. Well, you shared your
Uh-huh.
secrets, but still.
No secrets of any kind, Mr. Assassination Station.
I have no secrets of any kind.
I have no
Yep.
secrets of any kind. No, I mean you guys know
Well,
my
Let's
secrets.
all
I
say
have no
that.
secrets
I
of
don't
any
have any
kind from this
secrets of any
session.
kind.
I mean, I shared my secrets with you guys.
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
For the
I
most
mean,
part.
the ancient dragon said that you're all none of you are what you seem. So
Well,
Rod.
you can interpret that how you want, I guess.
Yeah, right? Right.
you're gonna give Irilyssa PTSD because being alone in the dark again.
Oh my gosh. And you were actually in chat alone for just a moment. I thought it was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Psychology.
I was wondering if you were gonna like how you were gonna react to the hand on shoulder and then like someone grabbing your hand, like how do you react to it? Who do you
Yeah, really.
choose?
Yep. Oof.
Oh my gosh.
Man, I can't even talk about it because it's secret.
Exactly. It's just-
Yeah.
we're just stewing on it. I can't even
Mm,
anything I can say will be said in session next time.
right? Can we run
Yeah.
another like
in
3 hours?
character. Oh my god.
Oh,
I mean, we
What are we
already
doing?
ran
Yeah.
over half an hour from this one. Even then,
We
I was
did,
like,
yeah.
"That's running on a bit."
Yeah.
All right. We
Wow.
want to run the Sunday too? Are we good for the Sunday?
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Look,
Aw.
Mord said he'd been planning this for 5 weeks, so that means he's got nothing prepared for next week.
Oh no, I do.
He's got damn.
sure he does.
Oh,
More psychological torture.
yay!
Yay! I don't know. I had a great time.
No,
I love how this all started with the snow circle, and he was like super like
It was
And-
super benign.
a,
And now-
a wind blows
and now we're-
past, but nothing.
That was actually hilarious to me.
I was laughing so hard.
The moment you told me about the other tracks, I'm like, uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I don't even. I picked up on it before anybody else said anything, but I don't even remember like what I picked up on. I'm like, wait a minute, this was totally the other people. And I was going to ask what shape their hut was. I'm like, oh, that would do it, but we got around to it before then.
Oh,
what's
man.
funny is I was trying to think like, okay, it's a big circle. How big is the circle? Oh, it's that big. And I looked over my spells and I'm like, do I have a spell that matches this? Magic Circle matched it. So somebody probably cast Magic Circle here. Nope.
That's
Nope.
funny.
Yeah, once you told me the direction those other ones are coming from, I'm like, oh, based on the timing and the freshness of these, I know exactly what happened.
I thought it was a dead giveaway because, like, you guys are thinking about camping here, and then you're like, no, we're not going to camp here. It's full of bodies and blood and stuff. The other party thought the same thing, but they still needed to stay somewhere, so they just put up the hut.
I honestly don't even think Vulwin was that interested in whatever the heck they were. It's like a circle of snow. Like, what are you guys doing?
It did make me wonder for a moment. It's like, what would the ground in the hut actually look like? Would it just be bare snow? Would it have a ground covering?
It would have its own. Is it temperature control inside that hut?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So
It would be
I think it would basically just have its own base sheet, so that's why it had the imprint. And it's effectively a pocket dimension, from what I understand. Is it?
Yeah.
It's not any bigger, though. It's just a space that's invisible.
It's still its own dimension on the inside, though. It just occupies equal space in both.
So it having the equal imprint rather than just where people were sleeping or lying or walking. That was the only point that I wasn't sure about.
Yeah, no.
Wow. And to think this all started out with falling down a cliff face into a cave.
Just think, this all started with me dying.
You did.
True.
Mhm.
Technically, it all started with the dragon, but actually, technically, if we're being really serious, it started in a tavern.
That's true.
It always
true.
starts in a tavern, right?
That's
Technically,
where all
it
good
started,
adventures start.
it started with the creation of the universe.
Shush.
Oh,
We're not going that
shush.
far back. That's too far.
Well,
When it comes down to it, it's all Zagrax's fault, because he's the one that brought the party together.
Tis true. Everything is my fault.
It's Zagrax's fault that I got impregnated with a weird frog creature.
Whoa.
I'm glad
Well,
you finished that. I'm glad you finished that statement.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
Not mine.
Two questions about two questions about schedule. Digital Dragons will be back on Sunday next week, right? Yes, as far as I know, Sunday is when we're going to be playing again. What about Component Cast? Do I know when that's back again? No. Unfortunately, Component Cast is out of my hands. It's whether other players show up or not. That's what it comes down to, and for the last 2 weeks we had people missing, so we called it off.
That is the case with a lot of games.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That choice of whether or not to continue without players, and or just just wait.
He Faceless understands, like all good things, it's all Zagrax's fault.
And all bad things.
I take full credit and none
bad
of the
things.
responsibility.
I mean,
All right, so
Zagrax helped.
you take credit for all of this that just happened. All right.
Zagrax
you
helped
say it.
Elora's
I said-
understanding of this.
Yeah, Vulwin didn't do anything. It was all Zagrax.
Yes.
Well, was left to his own devices. He did his own thing. He just walked underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all.
And talked to a bush.
Yeah, that was like
And
session
an
one,
Yeti.
right?
And some
Mhm.
wolves.
Mm-hmm.
And a fox.
And a fox.
And goats.
But what?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes.
goats.
Can't forget the
Yeah,
goats. The goats are the
goats.
best. Also,
More
the
goats.
way that I'm standing and the way that the light looks on my screen, it totally looks like this cavern's a dog.
What?
What?
Oh my god, I see it. I see it. Oh my god.
It does look like a dog.
I'll drop this in the D&D one so everybody else can see too.
Dog?
No,
I
no,
can
yeah,
kinda
to-
see what you mean, yeah.
I see it.
I see it.
Yeah.
There's the snoot.
Doge.
Tail.
No, absolutely. Thank you for this session. This has been a wonderful, wonderful birthday gift. I'm just saying. This is
Oh,
amazing.
I totally forgot to say anything, of course. Yeah, it was Vulwin's birthday, Chaos Gemini's birthday
hey.
today.
Yay!
yeah.
Yay!
Happy
And
birth-
chat, all of the wonderful things that have transpired today. So, hey.
Yeah, like my character dying. That was wonderful.
Hey.
I mean, I did have the privilege of having rolled and like just been waiting for everybody else. I'm sitting there like tensely being like, "Oh, are they gonna make it? What's gonna happen?" I'm like, I'm excited, but also dreading to see the rolls because I'm safe.
Well, that means chat got a secret too. It was secretly your birthday the whole day.
Yeah, surprise!
Yes.
That was the real secret.
I'm so
Mhm.
annoyed with
Face
myself because I meant to
planning
bring
into
it up during the intro when we started. I was like, I forgot. I'll do it during the break, and then started planning for this bit during the break, and then.
Oh.
No worries, because
Sorry.
you could have jinxed it otherwise when I rolled the nat 1 and almost screaming to my death. It'd be like, "Oh, I rolled a nat 1 on the acrobatics check. Happy birthday!"
Birthday die.
Oh,
That's okay.
Your birthday gift is you get to roll a new character.
Yay!
Yay!
oh yeah, that would be entertaining. Yeah, chat would hate me for rolling the poor dice and having my character die. You guys would never, you'd never let me you'd never forgive me for it.
We wouldn't have had this session otherwise. I mean, what just happened?
Oh my gosh. You don't say.
Honestly, that'd be the worst thing about having a party wipe is just all the fucking mysteries that would just be left, just gone, like tears and rain, unsolved. That'd be the worst. It'd be like I don't know, the series Lost. They never actually concluded anything correctly. Oh.
How does that work? Rolling a new character, is that done in the moment or in between sessions? How's it work when someone dies? Oh no, it's definitely between sessions.
Yeah.
There's too much stuff that goes into creating a character.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Takes a little while.
actually, at our level, would probably try and bring them back. Yeah, we'd probably gentle repose their body because cleric and death cleric, and then drag their corpse back and then try and resurrect them.
Yeah, we could try.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd have to try and find a 200 gold diamond.
Or
Don't worry about it. You guys are fretting too much.
or a
Roland's
scroll.
immortal anyways.
Eh.
if a scroll's
Wait,
been
you're
made,
immortal
then
too?
we could just use the scroll.
We're all immortal? Wow.
Whoa.
Nice.
I mean, we did just throw ourselves off a cliff and we're fine. So I think that's
Well,
a good test.
Fine is probably a stretch of a word,
Wait,
but
one of us threw ourselves off that cliff, and that was Zagrax.
I mean, I'm full health.
and I was fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
You have
Yeah.
super secret dragon powers.
I don't
To
have
roll
those.
acrobatics?
I think you just,
I
No,
am
that was-
secret wee ninja.
That was Tahko with the secret dragon powers.
I know,
Yeah,
that's what I was
that was
talking to.
that was cool.
Cowabunga magic.
Oh my gosh.
Zagrax, I was gonna say Zagrax totally saw it, but he was like, "That's just my eyes playing tricks on me," and moved on.
Yeah, so who would actually have seen that? Because Tahko, you weren't really aware of it. You just felt the weightlessness for a little.
Yep.
I don't know if either of the
if-
two
if
down
Vulwin
there would
had
have seen it.
Vulwin saw it. Vulwin
Probably
saw
would
it.
have had.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also was not looking away from you about to beef that landing.
Right. I did beef it, but not that bad.
Not as bad as I did.
Yeah.
Not, it
That one
should
we
have been
couldn't
as bad
see.
as
That
you
was
did.
spooky. That was like, that's like the jump scare that happens and the lights go immediately out.
I got that mystical hang time to slow me down.
I'm not reminding you about Stone's endurance anymore.
Rard, I was trying to give him the very small, like, subtle hint of, do you have anything that could reduce damage? He's like, I don't think so.
I'm like, I just used the shield. Oh man.
I remembered, but I wasn't going to say anything, so it's not my job.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I tend to remember it, but I only really can ever use it once per day because it's a once per day. So
Yeah, usually
very
you're pretty
once-
good about that. Like you saved your ass when you were fighting the crystal dude.
yeah,
remember
it does
that.
save my-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those cases that you probably associate with getting attacked in combat rather than, like,
Yeah.
Oh no. Dragonborn pancakes just made me think of Irilyssa being turned into a mooncake.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pancakes.
Oh dear.
You can dragon pancakes.
Oh,
make a
yeah,
dragon
wow.
pancake.
Yeah.
What takes a dragon and you put it in a pancake?
Thanks for sticking around for this. This was super fun.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm sorry that it ran over, but we probably should bring the regular part of the stream to a close. So thank you everyone for watching.
Yeah.
I do hope you enjoyed this. It was a blast to plan for, and I've just been sitting on this for about 5 weeks. But every week I just like, okay, I'll add this bit, I'll add this bit, I'll add this bit, and this was the result. So there you go.
Hey, do we have any call outs or shout outs?
Oh yes, we actually have a couple. So Casimir, thank you very much for the 200-bit cheer that you did earlier on. Very much appreciate that. Thank you. Victoria,
Thank you.
thank you for the subscription with Prime. Welcome to the Digital Kobolds. And Victoria, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. And Roaming Cricket came in with a Prime subscription as well. So thank you very much for that, Roaming Cricket.
Oh wow, awesome.
Yay.
Oh, thank you.
Yay!
Yay.
Thank you.
You can't see it, but I do have a giant smile on my face right now. So seriously, thank you.
Ah,
everyone.
yeah.
Yeah, y'all do.
Same.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
having people along for the ride. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Anyway.
And
with
what
that-
a ride it is.
Yeah. Other people get to enjoy our shenanigans.
It's
Yeah.
almost like tumbling 200 feet down a cliff.
And then Misty stepping
Solid.
into a rock.
Yep, it's exactly like that. You get it.
Same
It's
kind of
such a good
thrill.
idea, and it's just like, I've got to make you do the Arcana check, though. You're in midair right now.
Yep.
I
I was
know,
gonna say, if we had pushed snow down to the bottom, we probably would have not been. Guys.
It probably would have gone a little better, yeah.
Well, actually, to be fair, had you just thrown snow down, I would have just had it dusting over a wide area as it just
Aw.
falls apart.
Yeah.
It just blows out.
I mean, when I fell off of that cabin, it fell off a cliff. I fell into soft snow, so I was kind of hoping for the same.
Not this time.
Nah.
Not at the base of a cliff leading into the lake. Sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Looking back on it, we got really lucky.
Yeah.
You don't
And,
say.
You're lucky that that was the shore and not the lake itself, otherwise you probably would have gone straight through the ice.
You don't say.
200 feet up. Yeah.
Do I know how to
Anyway.
pick them, or do I know how to pick them?
You picked a good path. We'll just say that.
Fate did it for me.
Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. We will see you next Sunday. We are back on our regular schedule as of next week. So Sunday, not Friday. And we'll see you then. Bye everyone.
Bye.
I'm waving in spirit.
Flash
Yep.
wave.
Yeah.
Say-
Wave.